After so many months away, we return. Welcome to the 2022 NTT Data IndyCar Series, coming to you live here as well for the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. We've got 17 races coming your way this season as well across America, and it looks to be another great year. It all starts off here for the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg on the 27th of February. Then on March the 20th, we're going to Texas for the XPEL 375. Long Beach on April the 10th as well for the Grand Prix of Long Beach, back in its traditional April slot as well. The Honda Indy Grand Prix of Alabama in Birmingham on the 1st of May as well. On May 14th, we begin as well the month of May with the Indianapolis Grand Prix, the GMR race as well on the road course. And then, big date for your diary, May 29th, the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500. Then a brand new single event doubleheader as well. No more two races, just one final race as we go to Detroit as well on the Bel Air Street Circuit before it moves to a new permanent home. That's on June 5th. June 12th, we go over to Road America as well. Mid-Ohio on July the 3rd, same weekend as the British Grand Prix for Formula One as well. Toronto back on the 17th of July. July 23rd, we go over to Iowa, and the same on the June 24th. A double header at the Iowa Speedway as well on July 23rd and July 24th. Further down as well, we head back over to Indianapolis for the second race on the road course on the 30th of July. Big City Music Grand Prix as well. The Big Machine Music City Grand Prix at Nashville, Tennessee. That's going to be on August the 7th. The Bob Morano Auto Group 500 on the Worldwide Technology Raceway Oval. That's on August the 7th. On August the 20th. Portland on September the 4th, and September 11th at Laguna Seca rounds out this IndyCar season as well. It's going to be another great weekend. Okay, in practice one, Romain Grosjean was the fastest driver. Scott Mclaughlin topped an instant packed free practice two with several red flags. Grosjean going into the back of Sato as well, causing problems. Jimmy Johnson having a spin as well. But all the action really was heating up by the time we got into qualifying. Here's the highlights of what happened for round one qualifying here at St. Petersburg. The green light is on, and we are underway for qualifying for the 2022 IndyCar season. First out on the track, Colton Herta is going out there. Alexander Rossi, Venus VK, Kyle Kirkwood, Felix Rosenquist, Helio Castroneves as well, Joseph Newgarden, Christian Lundgaard, Callum Ilott, Scott Dixon, Graham Rahal, Jack Harvey, and Tatiana Coldron. 82 degrees Fahrenheit as well. Wind speed blowing in from the west-south as well. We're all looking good. Green light is on. The drivers now have 10 minutes to complete their runarounds. And of course, we could see red flags. We could see anything else. This is going to be delightful as we go green for qualifying. First times on the board then, and it goes the way of Venus VK on a 102.419. Lundgaard second, Rossi third as well. There were times starting to come in then of the 13 drivers out there at the moment. It's looking good. VK quicker, Rossi's going quicker, Rahal's going quicker. They're getting very quick out there. Right, riding on board now as well. Rossi goes top. VK, Rossi, Castroneves, Ilott. Oh, that was what happened this morning. Not now, as we're seeing on the screen. Kirkwood, Kyle Kirkwood jumps to the top ahead of VK now. Some very quick times coming up through as well. Fantastic from what we're seeing at the moment. Kyle Kirkwood, VK, Rossi, Castroneves, Ilott, the top five. Lundgaard, Herta, Rosenquist, Dixon, Harvey, Newgarden, Rahal, Calderon down at the back as well. They are having some fantastic times. Herta comes across the line and jumps to the top. So it's looking quick out there for the 26 of Colton Herta. He's top of the board at the moment for the Andretti Autosport squad. Brilliant. 59.4662. Into the last 10 seconds then, drivers starting their last lap in this form of the qualifying. Rahal, he's up a couple of tenths of positions as well. I wonder if we're going to see something from Rahal's actually thousandths of a second, the same time as Herta. Rossi, he's 3/10 now. Kyle Kirkwood's into the pit lane. So is Colton Herta, Ilott, Rosenquist and Harvey all coming in there as well. You can see flashing up on the screen. The checkered flag is out. Session is over. So who's going to go fastest? This is looking really good for Graham Rahal. Can he get up into the top 5 as well. He's currently in the 6. He's currently okay to go forward to the next part of qualifying. Now, Alexander Rossi looking good, but he's coming to the pit lane. There's the checkered flag across the line. So that is all done and dusted. But he comes back into the pit lane. No one's improving. It's Herta on top. Rahal jumps to second. Rahal does a great lap time for Rahal. Lennon Lanigan Racing does on to P2. So it's Herta, Rahal, VK, Dixon, Carl Kirkwood on his debut P5. Joseph Newgarden, Rossi, Lundgaard, Castro Neves, Ilott, Rosenquist, Harvey and Calderon on the board. Question of the hour is, what we're going to see from Cash Neves? No, he's done his lap time. So has Tatiana Calderon. They go back into the pits. Herta, though, topping Q1. Green line is on, and the second part of qualifying is underway. Mclaughlin, Pagenaud, Power, Palou, Pato Award, Daly, Ericsson, Di Francesco, David Malkus as well. Grosjean, crucially, was fastest in FP1. Dalton Kellett, Kimasano, Jimmy Johnson, all heading out onto the circuit for their 10 minutes of running. Checkered flag out then. Marcus Ericsson, P8 on the board at the moment, gets one more lap. Sorry, correction, P5 on the board. Power in the pits, he's top. Mclaughlin, Grosjean, Pagenaud, Ericsson and Palou. Currently the top 6 going through to the next part of qualifying. The checkered flag is out. The session is over. Who's quick? Who's not? Pato Award, he's touched the wall and he's broken part of the rear suspension. He will not be taking part in this qualifying. He starts way down the back of the grid. Disastrous start to the season for him. Looking quick. Devlin Di Francesco goes P10. Dalton Kellett goes P7, just outside the time of Alex Palou. And now all eyes. Can Conor Daly, Sato do anything on the moment as well? Daly stays 11th. Sato stays down the order as well. That's not going to improve the time, unfortunately. But it's all looking okay so far as everyone now starts to come back into the pit lane. And they've all just got to make sure everything's A-okay coming into the second half. So it is Power, Mclaughlin from Grosjean, Pagenaud and Ericsson and Palou going through to the next stage of qualifying. Into qualifying then, the fast 12 for the St. Petersburg Grand Prix in Florida. It's Herta on top for Mclaughlin, Power, Grosjean, Palou and Ericsson. No, correction, Palou goes to 6th, Ericsson drops to 7th on this board. Then it's Ericsson, Pagenaud, VK, Rahal, along with Kirkwood and Dixon in the second half of the grid to feature cars 7 to 12 on the starting order. This one matters then. Who's going to be the fastest going through? Carl Kirkwood, as the checkered flag comes out. The session's over. Carl Kirkwood goes back to the pit lane. So does Newgarden. So does Pagenaud. They've all taken their positions. So it's Pagenaud right on the cusp of being in for this order now. This is going to be important. Grosjean goes 4th. Pagenaud stays 5th. Now, who's improving out there? Herta, he's just on the fraction. Little of a touch to the wall for Alex Palou as well. He's 3/10 down on the board as well. So Palou not improving. The flag officially out then for the checkers. Who's going to go quicker? Who's going to go slower? This is what we need to see. It's what we need to find out. Flying down the hill. And across the line, Palou can't do anything. Herta goes back to the pits. They all do. VK and Dixon now. Dixon's 2.9 seconds off. VK's a second off. That's it. The top 6, the fast 6 going through will be Power, Herta, Mclaughlin, Grosjean, Pagenaud and VK. Starting 7th onwards, Dixon, Ericsson, Newgarden, Palou, Rahal and Carl Kirkwood on debut starts 12th. Green light is on. 6 minutes, 6 drivers. Power, Herta, Mclaughlin, Grosjean, Pagenaud and VK, all to set up who's going to be on pole position. This is the key one. So we've halfway through the fast 6 and this is what's happening. Grosjean on top, 59.9, Herta, Power, Mclaughlin, VK, Pagenaud, not at a time, but now they're all going out there. Pagenaud heading out for his first run. He's going to go twice in a row. This is looking quick now. Here we go then, just under a minute left. This is the start of the run. Grosjean, Herta, Power, Pagenaud, Mclaughlin, VK. Will it stay like that? The session is underway now in terms of it. You see the planes landing in the background at the airport as well. It's time to see what's going to happen. Grosjean is up in the first sector. Herta's gone top. Herta's fastest. VK goes to second. Here comes Power. He's a 10th up as he comes across the line. Across it now, Power! Jump up to the top. Power on top. Herta's going quick now. On with Romain Grosjean. Is Grosjean up there? No, he's just starting a lap time now. 10th at the moment. Pagenaud, 5 down. He's got 30 seconds left to cross line. They're all out there, all trying to find their best shots. Hertz is looking monster as he comes around now into turn 4 and 5. He swings that beautiful car round as well. He's up 0.0. No, he's down by 0.02 of a second. He was up 0.03 a second ago. A tenth up now for Mclaughlin as well. Checkered flag is out. The session is over. This is all going to go down now. Herta's bouncing across the curves. He's down by 52 hundredths of a second. Cross the line. Herta doesn't take it. Herta goes second. Not on pole position. It seems to be going to World Power. Power is, ironically enough, powering along as well. As he comes now, he's 2 tenths ahead of his own time. Cross the line. 59.606 for Power as he crosses the line. He brings it down again. 59.6. Fast ever lap around here in St. Petersburg. Mclaughlin, he's up by a tenth of a second. In the other team, Penske, can he get his first ever pole position in IndyCar? Scott McLaughlin rockets to the top and takes pole, and he punches the air in delight. It's a Penske 1-2 to start the season, and it's Scott McLaughlin on the first track. He's reached out 3 times. He now takes first pole position. Power is second, Herta third, VK fourth, Grosjean fifth, Pagano down 6th place. Pole position for the Aussie legend of Scott McLaughlin.
Hello and welcome to the St. Petersburg IndyCar race. And sorry for the technical glitches that have occurred, though, and are still slightly occurring, though you know what weather's like and everything else, and there's always the occasional glitch. Let's hope that's the only one. Though, right now, everyone's just doing the formation lap, I presume, though even the pictures from the actual TV is glitching, so it must be a national thing.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody, and with the fact that the pre-show went down, massive glitches across, but we've come on here just on time to start the race. We'll edit that later on, I guess, and get everything sorted. But we still got... Let's go to the starting grid then for round 1. Scott McLaughlin's on pole position. Will Power starts alongside him on the front row. Colton Herta and Venus VK have row 2. Romain Grosjean on row 3. He's alongside Simon Pagenaud as well. That was the fast 6 drivers that we had going through yesterday. Now let's find out who starts positions 7 to 12 on the running order. Scott Dixon starts on the inside of row 4. He's alongside Marcus Ericsson. 5th row off the grid sees Joseph Newgarden and Alex Palou. And then row 6, Graham Rahal and the rookie Kyle Kirkwood. Then it's Alexander Rossi and Dalton Kellett, the first 2 not to get through to the fast 12. Row 8, Christian Lundgaard in his first race alongside Pato O'Ward. Row 9, Helio Castroneves and Devlin DiFrancesco back in American racing. This time as a rookie in the IndyCar series, but he's made a few debuts elsewhere in Indy Lights. Further down on the board then as well, row 10, Callum Ilott alongside Conor Daly. Callum Ilott says he's a rookie, but he raced 3 times last year. Felix Rosenquist alongside Takuma Sato on row 11. Jack Harvey and David McCulkos on row 9. Row 10, Tatiana Calderon and Jimmy Johnson as well. The cars making their way around the grid as well. And don't worry as well, hopefully these the black things at the top here means that soon we'll have a green flag with the lap counter coming on. But Megan Burch alongside me. Hopefully we're okay and we're not doing bad in terms of coverage.
It's likely I'll be popping in and out.
Yes. Let's have a word then as well. We've got all of the data on board as well. Anybody you need to listen to in race control, we can. Romain Grosjean has the Honda camera on board as well. In the number 28, used to be Ryan Hunter Ray's car. Romain Grosjean moved over to Andretti now ahead of the 2022 season. He was fastest in free practice 1 and nearly had the pole position as well. But a bad run on the last lap put him down P5 on the grid. And we will also have Scott McLaughlin's team radio open for the first lap of this race.
And I just did the basically the curse, and it says Alexander Rossi.
Yeah.
So let's see who
It'll be red 6.
We'll be starting.
We'll go to red 1.
Red 1, you can hear in the background. We're going to be going this time around, folks, for the green lights. So we're getting ready. Hopefully as well, you can still see and hear us, and we're not glitching.
So far, the curses have both Rossi and Lungard.
Right, we're coming to the green lights then. Get ready, get steady, because we are about to head to green conditions for 2022. The cars come into the last corner as well. Almost all ready to go. Systems are up and running. The green lights are on. 2022 for the NTT Daily IndyCar Series begins now. And it begins with Venus VK having a terrible start. And Grosjean's going up the inside as well. Mclaughlin leads into turn 1. And Colton Herta trying to go right round the outside. Already, Herta's got the inside into 2. Hasn't paid off. Backs out of it. What tremendous start elsewhere. There's a few contacts from the back. And is that going to be a caution? No. It's a clean start for everyone as they head down towards turn 5.
That was quite close further back because everyone just kept
dive
going
bomb the
right.
McLaren on the inside. That's Polo Award. Go for the move.
If that was 3 abreast, that would be a massive crash.
Contact. There is the contact and there is the massive crash, but it's all okay. They're all getting through okay as they continue on. The lap counter's gone down. Hopefully we have that back up as well. Major system errors. Hopefully you can still hear us.
There's lots of things coming up from the ground whenever they go past them.
And now on the inside as well, Takuma Sato trying to go for the move. Hopefully you can see us, but I know you can't hear us, so apologies for that. At the moment, we've literally got no clue what is happening up here in the comms box. We've got encoding errors left, right and centre. Either way, though, it's Mclaughlin leading on the first lap of this race. I think you can still hear us, but you can't see us. We might have restored it because I think we're back now to good running. Anyway, lap 2 of 100 as well. Mclaughlin leads. Herta, VK, Power, Ericsson, Grosjean, Dixon, the top 7. Palou, then Pato O'Ward and Simon Pagenaud started this race in 6th place. He's already dropped down to 10th, Megan.
Right, it is.
And I think finally we're back up to good running after having a little bit of a glitchy start to this one. Apologies. I'm going to punch Virgin Media hard in the face after the end of today. Go on.
Though there's quite a lot of contact going on, like not like full-on contact, obviously, but just like minor touches, especially towards the wheels. That's something we've got to look out for. And I keep seeing things whenever the drivers go past. It's like something shiny keep going up, and I don't know what it is. It's like it's all over the track, and it's actually a little bit concerning that there's something all over the track, and I really hope it's like tar or something.
So let's hope, as McLaughlin's got a 1.1 second lead over Herta. Herta, by the way, made a flying start from 3rd, went right round the outside and did exactly what he needed to do. As we're still under green flag conditions, I'll try and get the remainder up. Megan, talk us through the grid so far.
Right, so far in the lead is McLaughlin, my picker winner. Yay.
Well done, well done.
Then in 2nd it is Herta. And then 3rd, it is VK. 4th, Power. 5th, Ericsson. Oh, and
it's changed over. Yeah, Ericsson stays P5, but it's closing down. Look at Grosjean. Grosjean's getting close again.
Okay, just a
then
bit of
6th,
information.
it's Grosjean. Then 7th, Dixon. 8th, Palou. 9th, O'Ward. 10th, Pagenaud. 11th, Newgarden.
Well, apologies that there's no lap counter. There was a lap counter yesterday, but it seems to have disappeared. Let's take a little look at the start. Grosjean had a bad start. So did Will Power on the inside line. He dropped back like a sinking stone. Anyway, we've cut back off board because McLaughlin's closing down on the inside then as we come through. We haven't just got this screen, of course. We've got our new social screen as well with all the information that you need to see throughout this race being broadcast to you on the bottom of the screen here as well. As you can see, loads of things having errors as it is the first race, but still looking good.
All that stuff from the track, it's just like all over the place.
Really is all over the place at the moment as everything now finally seems to be calming down a little bit. But I'll tell you what, Megs, this is very, very tensed up at the moment, isn't it?
You'll go hard,
It
but
really
clear
is.
those front tires.
got our team radio open as well. That's from Scott Mclaughlin we're hearing from as well. He's the race leader as they come over the line to start lap 5 of 100. Not that bad. They're doing about 101, so it should take only about 90 minutes for this race to be completed. But this is still a fantastic action-packed run, isn't it? As we keep going up now as well. More drama. McLaughlin's now 1.5 seconds ahead. Who said anything about drama? We're having a time of our lives here at the moment, aren't we, Megs? Yeah, uh-oh is the right word of the day.
Don't start praising the No, I'm not
yeah, all it takes is one little incident, one little error, and it's all good night. Anyway, we're just getting the timing graphic back up for you as well. We're going to have time elapsed in total, so we haven't got the lap counter as we usually would. It is now a timer. Because for some reason it's just vanished from our positioning up here in the comms box.
Okay, we're looking for a fuel code.
I think I figured out what things on the bottom is.
What have you worked out, Megan?
I think, because part of it's on a street circuit, it's things from the street, like leaves and everything, and it's also part on an airfield, isn't it?
Yes, it's part of the Albert Whittard Airport.
Well, they have special stuff on the ground, don't they?
They do, but different type of tar, yeah.
Yeah, to help with the planes landing.
They do.
So it's that.
So we are beyond the first 6 laps. McLaughlin leads her to second, VK third, Power fourth, and Ericsson P5 at the moment as they continue running. And of course, they're all running as well with push to pass. They've got 148 seconds of that left as well. So they're all closing down about... Whoa, what have you looked at, Megan? What have you found?
Palou only has 8.
Palou, hang on, are you serious?
Nope, look.
Yeah,
8.
Alex Palou only has 8 seconds of push to pass left. Has he used it all within the first 2 laps? That must have been an error.
I'm really hoping it's an error because that's a concern.
Take care of those front tires.
You've got to really learn to stop talking over the team radio. Just heard that McLaughlin's got an advantage over Herter as well. 1.3 seconds to gap. We're 6 minutes and 36 seconds into this race as well as we continue to climb down in this one.
Can we search for Palou? See if there's
anything Alex Palou on the radio.
With it?
Okay, we've opened up Alex Palou's team radio. If we hear anything from him, it will get beamed into our ears.
I'm wondering whether the reason why he's used to put a lot of his push to pass is because he might be having trouble with the engine.
Dixon's under pressure from Alex Palou, actually. He's closing up. This is Palou now. We're watching the NTT Data 10 car, the champion from last year.
Which colour is it?
Blue in P10, just
First
there.
one? Yeah.
Second one, that's got Dixon with the orange front of the car as well, and it seems to be going okay as we're just getting all the data sorted up for you right now.
It doesn't have as much stability as the other cars. It moves a lot more than the other ones.
Does, doesn't it? Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're trying to say. Yeah,
shaking almost.
It's getting a bit dangerous out there at the moment as well.
Pits for Jack Harvey.
Currently 9 seconds behind the leader.
9 seconds behind the leader. That's Palou.
An alarm going off there.
Yeah, I heard that as well up here in my earphones. So there's something going on there. Hopefully everything is okay with that alarm. But as we open up the social screen now, as you see, with not that long to go, we haven't got the YouTube chat open, unfortunately. So the social screen will have to do because the computer went wrong. There's Jack Harvey taking off the sticker reds and putting on the black primary tyres. Away he goes then from the pit lane. He's going to drop right to the back. As things stand, the social screen, hashtag IndyCar, hashtag Firestone GP, as everyone's starting to improve up the order.
I'll tell you what, Kellett's going to need to stop using his push to pass because he's only got 129 seconds left.
129 seconds left only, my goodness. Yeah, that's really going to be a problem. Oh!
Rosenquist and Castroneves pit simultaneously and they're next to each other. Something tells me they may have bumped wheels.
Well, if they have, we'll certainly see it in a second. As, into the pit lane, Rosenquist, Castroneves. David McCullough sets the fastest lap of the race so far, so that's something to be, I suppose, happy about because they're improving their positions, which is fantastic news. As everything going wrong up here so far in the comms box, so hopefully you're having a better day than I am so far. As we try and broadcast this. You see what I mean? Everything going wrong. Megan, take us through the top 6 as cars start to come into the pit lane.
Right, the top 6 are first Scott Mclaughlin, followed by Colton Herter. Third is VK. Fourth is Will Power. Fifth is Ericsson. And coming into 6th is Grosjean.
There's Felix Rosenquist in the McLaren, the Arrow McLaren, St.Petersburg, of course, but the McLaren have taken a majority hold over that team. That's why it's in that beautiful livery. Newgarden, I think, is coming into the pits because he's starting to flash up on the board as well. Okay, we've got a run. Hopefully as well, that was a bad start to the IndyCar season. Hopefully that's not what it's going to be the rest of all as well.
Another comes into the pits.
Devlin DiFrancesco further down from P19 as Mclaughlin comes in.
Last name.
It's Devlin DiFrancesco. As Jimmy Johnson goes to 20th, Tatiana Calderon in 21st.
Newgarden again pits.
Yeah,
so where has already been?
We're 10 minutes into the race as it's lap 10 of 100. Megan?
Yes. Oh, wait, so lap 10 of 100. Over time.
Yeah, and with 102s they've been doing so far. We've gone for 10 minutes and done 10 laps. It's not looking good. It's looking good for 100 minutes. Newgarden then changes over to black primary tyres. Away he goes. And now from the pit lane, he's going to jump down back into the back half of the 20s on the screen at the moment.
Right, so that's 15 minutes for 10 laps.
Looks to be, yeah. We'll keep the social screen open. As you can see yourself, all the messages starting to come up on the screen. Tell you what, though, trying to keep a hold of all this info is getting even more difficult because it just will not behave, this software.
10 laps complete.
10 laps complete. You hear it on the radio?
Yeah, I feel good now. Tires seem to be okay.
Copy.
So, we've got the social screen with Twitter, hashtag IndyCar, hashtag Firestone GP for your chance to appear on the YouTube stream as well. And check below for all of the race control messages. Lap 11 of this race so far. We're 11 minutes into the race. We haven't got a lap counter. It seems to have failed on us. In fact, everyone seems to fail. As Dalton Kellett comes in. No, it's Kyle Kirkwood in the 14. Kyle Kirkwood comes in the rocket car as well as they all head back out. He's put on the set of black primary tyres. So Kyle Kirkwood goes back out. Devlin DiFrancesco has actually rejoined this race as well. Right, let's regroup. A crazy start to this broadcast and a crazy start to IndyCar in 2022.
Dixon pits.
Yeah, and he was P7, and Dixon started this race P7, so he's exactly where he needs to be. Mclaughlin 1.6 seconds ahead of Hertz at the moment. Do let us know, though, is if at the start of the race you were watching, that I know we were glitching like crazy, but if you could hear us okay, that's all we care about. If we can deliver the commentary, doesn't matter if we're on screen or not. As they all keep coming through.
Pagano pits.
Pagano. Okay, so he was down in what, P16 before he came in? So he's P12.
It was actually a little bit higher.
Yeah, Dixon's in the pit lane. Let's go to who should we open up? Dixon's on the radio. He's in the pit lane. Let's open up Dixon's chat now. His team radio's open.
We'll watch Tyler here. You're good. You're clear. You're clear. You're clear.
You're clear.
We got Newgarden on our strategy.
Yeah.
Car right here in the middle of one. You're all clear all the way out. Good by 30 to the 2 car.
That's what's in there is.
It's annoying, isn't it? Yeah, only one earphone. We're hearing that
Newgarden
through.
pitted a lap before.
You got to pit the lap before, so Dixon's really going to go for it now. First round of pit stops, then they're going to do 12 laps. It seems Mclaughlin's 2-second lead over Hertzer as Pato O'Ward and Dalton Kellett come into the pit lane. We've run caution-free so far for the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg for the 2022 IndyCar season.
Guys are starting to come now. Award set up.
Yeah, don't say that, but then do say that. It's been I
hope.
hope.
Some Q word.
I do hope as well that it's a lot smoother running IndyCar this year than it was that's trying to start this race as well. I will never, ever, ever let Virgin Media forget this. I think we're done with them now because their internet is absolutely shocking. Froze the entire computer up, and it didn't need to because, as you can tell, all the graphics are now working superb. Into the pit lane then, Pato O'Ward for Aaron McLaren. St.Peterson almost won the title last year until contact and the car retired last time in Long Beach, and away he goes now. That's it. Let's open Tatiana Coulthard's radio. She's down in 17th place in her first ever IndyCar race as well. So not bad for Tatiana. As we ride on board now, as O'Ward exits the pit lane, he's got Scott Dixon, I think, just ahead of him. So that hasn't worked out entirely the way they were predicting, was it? So they need to get a few more things up there. But Mclaughlin leads this race as things currently stand. And the gap is 2.3 seconds to Hertzer as they exit now through the back. And it's quite hard to read these races, especially as you've had especially for me, with a bad start and darting everywhere to make sure the stream was working. You probably have a better understanding of this race than I do so far.
Slightly. I can tell where everyone keeps going a little bit too close to one another.
Doing a good job. Keep it up. You're doing a good job.
That's Tatiana being told that she's doing a great job. Oh, good job, ideally. We're on board with Joseph Newgarden as he heads down the runway as well towards turn number 1. This is West Runway 9 before it darts off into turns 1 and 2. Back along now the boulevard and down the Crescent Gate towards turns 4 and 5. Beautiful city skyline as well. It's a beautiful racetrack to start here in St. Petersburg, Florida, in Tampa Bay.
But imagine having to work in one of those buildings, having planes go around.
Yeah, it would be certainly nerve-wracking. I'd find
be
it
loud as well.
It would be very loud, and I find it nerve-wracking. There's the part of the track where everyone's been crashing so far this weekend. Exit at turn 9 on Bayshore Drive. But before you come back into the harbour front alongside Tampa Bay, one of the most prettiest scenes of this IndyCar season as well. It's their version of Monaco, this runway. As Newgarden again starting to attack. He's closing in on the back to make a move on Pato O'Ward.
They're on the 3-stop strategy.
It's time I sit down.
The best they can as they get there.
So we're 15 minutes in to this race so far. We've got no timing data. It's lap 15 of 100. We'll keep updating you. For some reason, the timing lap counter hasn't come up on the screen. Top 5, McLaughlin, Hertz, VK Power, and Ericsson as NBC go for a break.
Never understand why they decide to go to breaks. I mean,
they will be on break for 2 minutes and 15 before coming back with a Carvana banner at the bottom. I got told the information. As they come back down now. This now on the back. There's Will Power under attack from Venus VK. VK down towards turn 1 as well. Power and VK, 5 tenths between them on the straight. Let's see what they can find and if they can find some form of battle power. Let's turn that up ever so slightly so I can hear the IndyCar data feeding through over the headsets. And of course, we've run caution-free for 16 laps. We're starting to get into the green flag pit stops. And this is where it really affects people like McLaughlin and Herter because they're still quite close together with each other. But 3.7 seconds together, it's bad. Very bad.
It is.
Because it's... Oh, hang on. Only 1,000th. That's not the graphics.
For both?
For
free?
Yeah, there we go. The timings update themselves. McLaughlin leads, Herter second, Power third, as you can see on the monitors. Devlin G. Francesco looking quite quick there as well.
Do you know, Palu hasn't had his updated. I mean, it definitely isn't a glitch because it's still saying 8, whereas everyone else is updating.
Really?
Is it possible to reuse them?
You can reuse them, but I've never known them knowingly be reused.
Well, he only has 8, and given that he used up within the first 2 laps, both of them lasting 2 minutes, so that's around 2 minutes 4 seconds. That's worrying. Did he use them up on the formation lap at all?
Could have done. So we're just hearing some more information up from our Combox cameras as well, that there's issues out on the circuit, so this is never going well. And we've got to really hope now, actually, as well, that this is a clean race to begin with. We don't want any cautions delaying us. We always get 1 or 2, but so far it's good. Get in touch. We've got the YouTube chat now working, sort of.
I really can't afford a caution to happen.
No, you can't. As look at this as well. Marcus Ericsson then in the number 8 with the husky chocolate is right at the back of a big slide from the back of Venus VK. Ericsson looks to the inside down towards turn 1. They're side by side on control line. Ericsson breaks lane. VK goes round the outside. VK holds the position, but VK nearly touched the wall coming out of turn 14. That was nearly a big crash into the wall. We saw that a couple of years ago here, and it calls a caution. Welcome back to our American viewers on NBC as well, who watch along with us, the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. We are on lap 18 of this race. We're 18 minutes into it as well. The time elapsed since the green flag.
Behind you, then a small gap to Kyle.
That's Tatiana Corderon on the live audio as well. Let's open up Scott McLaughlin. He's the racing. In fact, no. Let's open up who we're on board with, which is Romain Grosjean in the 28th. As now Ericsson dives up the inside and gets ahead of VK down to the outside of Tampa Bay. Grosjean trying to go right around the outside. They touch wheels. Unbelievable side by side to the cutback. And Grosjean can't keep ahead. And now he's coming under pressure. He's coming under pressure now from Alex Palou. Palou's right in the back of him as they head down the runway towards turn number 1. And now VK's feeling the pressure. Here comes Grosjean with a big dive bomb into turn 1. Laying the brakes. Beautiful move from Grosjean. And now though, right the comeback. Great comeback from VK. But down at turns 2 and 3, it's still going to be Grosjean and holds the way. And now Palou is dancing around the eye line. VK goes to defend. Palou's on the inside line. Rahal's just along back. Rahal follows through.
Too close.
Whoa, that is too close. And now around the outside as well. And that is Sato. Sato trying to find it as well. And Rossi in there too. So they're all getting up there, all trying to take advantage of VK's bad movements. Wow. Talk about a chaotic lunch. We usually only see that in ovals, that type of overtaking mistakes. Brilliant. Lap 20 coming up now.
I wonder if any of them can make it into doing this in under a minute, like they did yesterday.
Yeah,
All
gross.
right, great job on that. Great job. Still got about 12 or 13 more
And
laps. Just
that's
keep looking after the
Power.
tires.
Power goes for second. He gets ahead of Colton Herta down to turn 1. So now we're seeing the drivers who are waiting on the black primary tyres are starting to take advantage to those who started on the sticker red alternates. Herta is Ilott pits. Thank you, Megan. Ilott dives into the pit lane. I thought you were saying Herta.
No, I said I.
Callum Ilott, as you can see on your race control monitor, dives into the pit lane. And this is great from Will Power. He's got through and now attack. It's right on board and listen. Down on the brakes into Tampa Bay. Herta's loving this, isn't it? You can hear it side by side. It's now up the inside. Little move there. One of the McLarens, Pato O'Ward, making a move. Is that on? That's not on Dixon, is it? It can't be because it's Newgarden. And yes, it was. Unbelievable. Lap traffic getting in the way, essentially. That's Ilott just coming out of the pit lane. So Newgarden has got lap traffic in front of him. So that's, Ilott, who's a lap down, is now getting in the way of the traffic. We don't want that. 21 laps completed. 21 green flag laps here at St. Petersburg in Florida. As now Newgarden tries to clear as VK comes into the pit. So he could only do 20 laps on those tyres before he had to come in.
Though everyone else seems to be doing quite well, apart from the people that
Whoa!
had to pit.
Newgarden trying to take the inside on the David McCulcus there and almost lost his front wing as this is Ilott in the... So this is VK in the pits taking over as well as... Oh, more sorts of drama. That's David McCulcus trying to get out of the way of everybody. And down at turn number 1 as VK exits the pit lane. So this is a bad moves. Watch out for Christian Lundgaard. He's up to P10 at the moment as well. Is that Helio Castroneves? I can't quite tell. It's either, I think it's Simon Pagenaud. It's Simon Pagenaud who is battling with McCulcus as well. Pagenaud down in 16th place as well. Swap the bright yellow of Penske for the pink of Meyer Shank Racing. And it seems to be working out quite well as one of the McLarens trying to go right around that side. It's Felix Rosenquist making some moves as well. I think that was on Kyle Kirkwood. For PA16, 18 on the board, 18 on the board, as everyone tries to get used to everything on this graphic. But it's looking extremely good so far for the 2022 season, that it's actually going this well to begin with.
Hoping for 6 to 8.
Oh, who's that diving into the pit lane? It's David McCulcus, the rookie. So let's regroup as a dive bomb on the inside from Devlin Di Francesco in the 29 gets ahead. That's passing, I think, the 11 of Tatiana Calderon it was. That's P19. So now the lap traffic getting in the way of the main traffic. And this is usually where yellows come. And they've run so long without having a pit stop. This is what we're seeing. David McCulcus back in the pit. They were slow in the middle sector. I saw Marshall with his hand down at the barrier, sort of like waving down. So I don't know if that meant avoid something on the racetrack, but surely that would have been a yellow flag. There wasn't a yellow flag, and we haven't gone to caution either, so there's nothing wrong out there. Lap 23 of 100 here. And McLaughlin leading. We're on board then with Jack Harvey, as he's racing away now down the back of the field. Not bad. As they come through. And now they back up on the back straightaway. This is getting close. Who's going to pit? Who's going to pit first? As they come back on the start-finish straight. And Calderon's under pressure from the inside. Dalton Kellett goes through. Tatiana comes back. God, Kellett locks up. Kellett locks up and goes way wide. Hemorrhage is about 3 positions. Tatiana stays back ahead.
Doing the same thing we are.
That's Colton
Reds or
Herta.
black? He's on reds.
Herta wants to know what tyre Ericsson's on. He's on reds as well, the same. Primary black, alternate is red. As everyone just continues to stay ahead and keep calm. The lap traffic getting completely in the way of everything at the moment as they head back onto the back onto the back half of the straight as well. Simon Pagano, P16 on the board as well for Meyer Shank Racing as well. He's starting to close up to Joseph Newgarden as the big dramas. VK gets under pressure as well. It's getting fantastic. Absolutely fantastic as well.
But keep going if you want.
So, it's lap 24 of 100. McLaughlin leads, Power second, Herta third, Ericsson fourth, Grosjean fifth, Palou sixth, Rahal seventh, Rossi eighth, Sato ninth, Lundgaard, the rookie, stays into P10 as well on the board. And, yeah, no one's coming to pit lane. Pagano set a new personal best, though, on a 102. 101.892, I'd like to point out as well. So he's closing up on the order. McLaughlin we ride with now. Race leader, you'll pick a winner, Megan. And he's 2.7 seconds ahead. But how long can he go? Those red tyres are starting to get the grooves on. You can see on the cameras.
I think he should pit now because he just needs to. Oh! Caution.
Full course, yeah, we've got full course yellow. Why? Haven't seen anything on the TV pictures just yet, but full course caution has come out. Who's stopped? Can't see. Caution is out for the race. Don't know why. And that's why. It's the 18. David McCulcus, the rookie, has hit the wall somewhere and he's broken the front right suspension. And that's brought out the yellow flags. So, the first full course caution, double yellows on the start-finish straight. Big relief for oh, and this is how he did it. Just went on the marbles and slammed into the wall.
Exit of 4.
Coming out of turn 4.
Right.
Oh, Megan, he hit both walls. He hit the exit wall, ricocheted back across the track. So he gets on the marbles, it ricochets onto the track, and comes back onto the main runaway as well. That's never, ever good news on the board. So, full course yellow, and now we're going to see a flurry into the pits. McLaughlin, Power, Penske 1-2. Power got ahead of Herta. When did that happen on the road?
Not
spot
sure.
that.
It must have happened at the same time.
Full course yellow out then for the first time this year. So, we're under the caution. We can stay back. Megan will duck out for a few moments as well, and then we come back in later on. Let's have a word as well.
It's so weird on the tires. Like so much. There's no rear tank at all. But the front are.
That's with Colton Herta. You're hearing as well.
Okay, copy that. So let's just not make any changes. We'll just change tires and then we'll see what we got for the next stop.
So Herta's only going to change tyres, not change any of the front wing. Sticker reds being prepared further back as well. Romain Grosjean in the 28 garage as Dalton Kellett will be, this is David McCulcus in the 18. We'll get in. Dalton Kellett in the 4. Just getting a few little things back out into preparation. You can see as well. A lot going on. Hello to Synthel. Caution. Bang. You hit the wall twice. Third side then. And I join immediately a crash. No worries there, Synthel. We haven't got the YouTube chat open at the moment because it's glitching. But we had a terrible start to this broadcast. The pre-show was glitching like mad. And then when we went to green, the timing stopped and glitched out the pictures. I think you could still hear us, though, which is the most important thing. And everything finally seems to have calmed down, apart from the fact we don't have a lap counter. We've only got the time elapsed since the green flag, which is 28 minutes. So that'll have to do, and I'm having to update you manually on what the time the race is. So apologies for all of this. Let's read in what position is VK and Grosjean at the moment. Grosjean is in P5. And VK has made a pit stop and has dropped down to 24th position. But he hasn't been the one yet to stop out there. So there are still a lot more actions to go in this proceeding for this race. And full course caution out then, bringing everything, I think, to a little bit of a hold as they try and wait to see what's going to happen next. As you can see, Let's come up to the comp box so we can
All
get
right,
one
pits
more
are open. Pits are open. We'll pit this lap. It'll be a busy pit lane. We're going to have to come around Erickson. He'll be laid out.
Yeah, it is going to be a busy pit lane, and you can see actually exactly what's going to come about it as they all file in. Welcome back to our colleagues on NBC.
Can I go to pink 4 or 2 or whatever?
The pit lane is open this
You
lap.
can if you want to.
Cars are going to
doesn't
fire
matter.
in. Pits are
It's the
open.
same when the pit limiter's on.
Pits are open. We're getting ready.
I can be right up behind somebody coming in pit lane now.
Nicholas Marshall says, I'm at the race. Well, hopefully, I'm delighted to know that you're listening to our radio commentary. As you're seeing the safety car coming in as well. And in they come then. They're all diving into the pit lane now.
Pit lane.
Dixon stays out. So does O'Ward. Newgarden, Rosenquist, Francesco, and the rest of the field. Everyone else dives in. Roman Grosjean, the first one then to hit his marks. Let's listen on board with the Scanner All channel.
3, 2, 1, around 3 and in.
Sticker reds taken off, and black primaries go on for an array. Power onto sticker reds, nearly runs into the back of Scott Mclaughlin.
Slow lane. You're all right there.
And there's a 3-car nearly pile up on the road as Grosjean nearly gets taken out by Alex Palou and by Marcus Ericsson and by Graham Rahal. So 4 cars nearly involved as they all dart off pit road. Dixon leads this race as, no, it's Alexander Rossi.
Yeah. Well done, boys. Thank you so much.
Alexander Rossi leads this race.
We're trying to figure out how short we can make this stint.
As everyone now runs onto the board.
104.
And let's take a look in the pits at this 4-way fight as, whoa! Oh, they did make contact. Ericsson goes into the side of Rahal, who went into the side of Grosjean, and it was all caused by Herta coming out of the pit lane and from Alex Palou. That was a very close call. There was big wheel contact. Luckily, no main big damage, though, on the board. As I understand, the timings have actually glitched for the last 3 minutes. So since that caution came out, let's hope we can get it working again. There we go. As everyone now is still formulating out there. No sign of the caution coming in, though. I thought it might this lap around. Turns out it
Guys that came in and pitted, they're going to have a stint, barring a bunch of yellow, that's going to be extremely long here. So they've been talking about some pretty unrealistic field numbers. So I think we did the right thing here. We'll just stay with it.
So you're hearing the same thing I am up here in the comms box.
Good, but he has a lot more pace than I do early on.
So loads of drama already.
As much as you can. We can still do this on 2 stops. We're just going to have to save some. We'll be all right.
Yeah, we will be all right.
Early hitters. There's three stoppers.
Apologies, our graphics are glitching at the moment.
Not much to review, but okay.
This is what the Scanner All channel's for. So while I just desperately try and get the team radio up.
Of course, everybody behind you is on fresh tyres and full fuel, but we've got some good track position here.
So, apologies that we're glitching.
That's why it was very important that we managed to stay ahead of Mclaughlin, because if we didn't, we'd be a lap down right now. So, nice job with that. Also, I think maybe 8 or 10 the top 10 guys, top 10, your 12th, the top 10 guys have already got about 15 laps on their tyres, so they're low on fuel and tyres compared to us.
Fantastic to hear all this data, isn't it, up here in the comms box? This is fantastic news. Hurrah, hurrah, we've got the YouTube chat open. So this is great news for us to have a listen to everything going on. As we wait to see, I'm just hearing in my ears as well some more information. There we go.
The leader, Rossi, 113.
Rossi on a 113.
Award 104, Garden 104, 75, and Kirkwood 169. So,
I mean, that's barely audible.
not good with it.
Contact in pit exit between multiple cars is under review, we're being told. That's new.
2 laps before Pagano,
That's
and
Newgarden.
3 laps before O'Ward in front of us, 2 laps before Dixon, so these guys are all going to try and jump us on 1 lap longer, but we'll just do our thing.
Yeah, copy.
We've got wall repair going on at turn 3 exit on the driver's left. That's why we're under such a long full course
Still got all
yellow.
that equipment at
Rossi.
turn 3. you're going to go by it on the right side. Doing a good job.
Yeah, so this is Rossi on the radio there. So we've got him, the race leader, up. Let's take a look at the YouTube chat now that we've got it going, shall we? Yes, hello again to Cynthia, as I say as well. Big hello to Nicholas Marshall, who is trackside. Whose radio is this? Well, right now we're listening to Alexander Rossi's F1 Sherman 52, and you say, let's go, Rossi. We've opened it up. There's wall repair going on, so let's hope they don't have to red flag the race, because it looks like there is actually...
Real easy in 4. You got some counter race traffic there.
Yeah, oh, we've got a truck coming the wrong way at turn 5, which isn't great news. So they're going to have to repair the barrier, and that's why we're onto the caution. We have all the thing got. We've finally got everything running. Hopefully, next time out we'll have a lap counter working. Apologies, it's not at the moment. Welcome back to our viewers on NBC, as the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg is under its first full course yellow, and as you say, Synthel, new year, new issues. Massive tech issues fighting this broadcast as well. The start of the broadcast was interrupted, but the race is going okay. Perfect, says F1 Sherman as well for it as well. But hopefully as well, you can still hear me clearly. You can hear the driver's radio clearly as well. Yeah, when they all dive into the pit lane like that, we have an all-scan feature, so we can listen into every driver's team radio communication. It's on the app. If you download the NTT Data app as well, you can hear it yourselves. But the fabulous crowd, as we know, people are listening to us who are at the circuit. Nicholas Marshall, hello to you in particular. It's a beautiful sunny day over there as well, and it's looking fabulous. The wind's a little cooler to what we're used to, because we're racing here for the first time in February, the earliest start to an IndyCar season since 2000, as the cars still circulate out there. We are on lap 31, about to start lap 32 at this race.
Okay, you're going to go by the forklift, moving the wall on the left. You're going to pass it on the right, same area.
So that's Rossi just being told the same. Sebastian Bourdais over there as well, being the driver's coach. And it looks okay as they enter turn 1 and 2. And we're under the safety car. Nicholas says, hi, I would have no idea what is going on with you guys. Absolute pleasure to help you understand what's going on. As NBC go to another break. And loads of fans as well. If I see you, just give a wave. That'll be fantastic. We'll run through the order then, so that you can understand what is going on. Alexander Rossi is your race leader. He pitted earlier on and has gained the advantage over the rest of the field. Dixon second, O'Ward is third, Newgarden fourth, Pagino is fifth. The rookie, Kyle Kirkwood, goes into P6. Felix Rosenquist is seventh. Devlin G. Francesco is P8. Dalton Kellett ninth, and Jack Harvey rounds out the top 10. Further down, Venus VK is 11th, Callum Ilott 12th, Scott Mclaughlin 13th, Will Power is 14th, Alex Palou 15th, Colton Herter 16th, Marcus Ericsson is in 17th, 18th for Graham Rahal, Roman Grosjean has dropped to 9th. Roman Grosjean, he's dropped to 19th on the board, is what I meant to say there. As Takuma Sato is 20th. Christian Lundgaard, 21st. Jimmy Johnson, 22nd as well. Conor Daly, 23rd. Kasia Neves is 24th. Tatiana Calderon, 25th. And David McCulkus out of the race after crashing to the wall at turn number 4. And through the field, Felix Rosenquist currently 7th. Started 21st. Highest now is 7th. And he did drop to the last position on the board.
Doing a good job on the numbers here. They're still a couple of laps away.
I'm trying to keep the tires clean, have to burn a bit.
So that was the radio with Rossi. Tatiana Calderon's coming into the pit lane. Jack Harvey coming into the pit lane. So they thought they might benefit from the caution. Turns out they can't. So they've had to dive into the pit lane. Synthel says, I'd like to join the commentary with you, but I really don't know a lot about IndyCar.
At home. They didn't say one to go, but I'll keep you posted.
Also, I don't know stuff strategically or the driver's names, so maybe I shouldn't. Hey, you're more than welcome. But Megan's dropping in and out of the box throughout the broadcast as well, just to keep an eye on things. As we see, Jack Harvey started 23rd, was running in P10, now drops to 24th position. You heard that we were going to have the 1 to go, so we might be heading back to green. We'll work out if we are or not. We have the social media screen as well with TweetDeck, hashtag IndyCar, hashtag Firestone GP. with all the info coming through there, flying through. Think we're coming to green flag, though. I can't see where the pace car is.
Alex, this will be 1 to go at the line this time by, 1 to go.
Okay, so there you go. We're on lap 32. We'll restart at the end of lap 33, so another lap under caution is the court of order at the present moment. As the situation now, very much the excitement building, tension rising. Fastest lap stuff for everybody. So VK Ilott as well, Mclaughlin further down, looking good for a great run.
Okay, here's 1. Do what you need. Good job.
1 to go. The green flag is being held up, waved out, rolled up with the yellow flag on the pass through at the bottom, meaning 1 to go. Let's have an interview.
About the game plan. We're doing everything we can to try and keep a two-stopper in play and try and shorten the stint on the Reds as much as we can. Kind of started in no man's zone, so opted for some track position, knowing we won't be out there long.
By the way, also no drink bottle for Alexander Rossi on a hot day, Marty.
Scott McLaughlin every lap until he came to pit road. Kyle Moyer calls the shots for him. So does this actually work out for you with this longer caution?
Yeah, it helps for sure. I mean, you know, the Chevy does pretty good on fuel mileage, so yeah, it just makes our window a little bit nicer and a little bit more comfortable, but we could have made it either way. But, you know, the Dex car is really good. Scotty's really, really good, so, you know, got a little people in front of us, but they all got to stop twice, so everything's working to plan right now. I think Will's our biggest threat, but that's okay. I'll take a teammate as a big threat any day.
There you go, and Diffie told me, I'm so proud of the drive from McLaughlin so far in this race. Just been so impressive behind the wheel of that 3 car.
Well, we are getting ready for the restart then here for this fantastic Grand Prix. This channel rocks. Thank you very much for that there from F1 Shearman 52. I presume is the Shearman 52 Gordon Shedden 52 because of his race number. You have to let me know. We're coming to the green flag, though. The race is going to resume. It'll be the end of lap 33, so 34 out of 100. Green flag back out. Pace car's in, and it's going to be Alexander Rossi who brings us to the restart. Watch out for Newgarden as well. He's going to come up fast. Green flag back out here at St. Petersburg. Down the runway we go towards turn 1. And we're going to look for a move a little bit further back. Yes, to the inside. That's going to be Power going for it on the inside, taking a break. VK dives up the inside of Callum Ilott as well. Power decided not to go for the move on the back of Scott McLaughlin, the two teammates who crashed last time we raced on a street circuit. Maybe not better to do it this time around. Rossi leads, Dixon, O'Ward, the top 3. The field spreading out further back as we head onto turn 4. Alex Palou trying to go right round the outside of Will Power and takes him. Palou goes to 13th. Power down to 14th place as we ride with Rahal. That's Rossi's radio. You're hearing open in the board as well. Nearly in the wall there was Rahal coming out of turn 9. Back now to the harbour front and Tampa Bay. Looking okay further back. Grosjean starting to get a move on as well. He's closing up 3/10 to Colton Herta. The entire field separated by only 8 seconds. That's incredible on a restart. Usually it's a lot more. As we were under caution there for 11 laps. So it was a long old run as they all take down now to the inside at turn 1 once again. As we see Scott McLaughlin looking on the inside of Callum Ilott, not going for the move. Grosjean was looking at the back of Herta as well. Just a little bit of looky as they come through. Back down we go towards it. McLaughlin's under pressure as trying to make a move further back. Was that Sato? Oh, you can't quite tell as who's past Herta. Grosjean, Rahal ahead. What a fantastic battle we're having on this restart since the green flag came out.
A lot of things have happened then. What exactly happened during the caution then?
Calderon, everyone diving into the pit lane. Rossi's taken the lead of the race. I don't know if you were there for that bit, Megan, as you rejoin our commentary box. With the leaderboard on the left now, so maybe I can see who's who. Yes, absolutely. Everything's working now, I think, okay. Bar the fact that it looks like it's glitched out again, so isn't that all great news? Honestly, Virgin Media, get your act together. It's a bit embarrassing, eh? But Megan, the question of the hour is, can we see Scott McLaughlin fight back? I mean, after the pit stop, it's taking a couple of times, but he's looking quite quick at the moment.
Whereabouts is he? 12th. He can manage it, especially since Rossi hasn't pitted yet at all.
Yeah,
unlike everyone else.
Rossi hasn't pitted. He's the only one not to, so he's going to have to dive in soon.
I
Scott
picked
Dixon's
him for the
looking good.
curse as well.
Oh,
so.
did you? I thought you might have done, yeah. We've got people listening to us trackside as well. 52 is for Ray Lewis, says F1 Shearman. That's it. Okay. I was wondering which one it would be.
I also picked Lundgaard.
+1 to Dixon, doing a great job on a number.
That's Alexander Rossi's radio as well. Big twitch from Colton Herta coming out the back of turn 8 into turn 9. Back onto the harbour front we go. And Tampa Bay.
Who was it for spun?
David McCulcus. Oh, hello. Finally, an F1, a racing driver you can't say the first name of. David McCulcus. Ha-ha! Got you, finally. After many years. Yeah, you have to say McCulcus. Aha!
Target lap time.
I've been waiting for that to happen for years. Anyway, back on we go to the start-finish straight. So Rossi leads, 0.8 of a second. Dixon, O'Ward third as well. He's closing in. So O'Ward and Dixon really the two fighting for the race lead here.
3 target lifetime, back this lap.
Box this lap. That was Brian Bearhart telling Rossi to box this lap for the position. Looking quite interesting as they hurtle down. As a lot of action still. Lap 37, though, of 100. 45 minutes into this race since the green flag went on, but not bad. Yeah, I can distinguish the drivers, so that helps if I did the commentary. Lol, says Synthol. Hey, it works out okay. We've also got, as I said, the social screen, so we'll open that up.
Open. We're going to do 1.5 turns front wing.
1.5 turn on the front wing then. That's for Rossi. And you see me coming to the pit lane now. Rossi dives in. And Dixon takes the lead here. As everyone swings down. Rossi's going to drop down right to the back of the field.
All the way down here past the stand. Coming down here to Fellows.
Dixon leads a lap then. He leads lap 37 as we start the 38th
we'll
tour.
Be here in 3, 2, 1 on the marks here.
And now you can hear them going off as well. Live team radio as Rossi's 4 tyres get changed over a set of sticker reds. Go on a little bit slow on the front left. Change your front wing. Limited on fuel. That was more tyres. It was more of a splash and dash there for Rossi.
It was.
Not a lot of fuel went in there. 7/10 between Dixon and O'Ward at the top on the 38th lap of 100. And now this is where things really start escalating as well.
You're going to stay in pink 3. You're going to run in clean air for a little while here.
Running in clean air as they hurtle back down. And look at this. Herta's getting racy on the inside of Willpower. Down at Tampa Bay corner. And goes through. Herta moves up to 13th position on the seafront. Well, harbour front, I should say. Fantastic exit there. But not staying close enough. Because now he's...
12-second gap. The leaders are doing 63.
We're seeing Rahal too right on the back of Power. Down the West 9 runway as well towards turn 1. He's got the run. He's going to look to the inside line. In towards the first corner. Tail draws the back of Willpower. Late on the brakes and decides to back out of it. Takes in the tight inside line. Same time though, Jimmy Johnson tried to pass Sato. Johnson in 19th so far and not doing too bad in his second year of IndyCar. As Sato that's Rahal going defensive against Grosjean there, not going for an attack on Power.
Right, so
top 5 as NBC come to a break. Dixon, O'Ward, Newgarden, Passionate, Carl Kirkwood, the rookie in the top 5.
That's good for being a rookie and being in the top 5. That's really good, actually. See good things.
Dixon's pulled 1.3 seconds now to O'Ward, so O'Ward must have had an error somewhere. Rahal tries to look round the outside of Willpower. Romain Grosjean's right there as well. Of course, these guys have pitted and are on some really fast tyres. Power on alternate, Rahal on alternate, Grosjean the primary blacks as well, so Grosjean should have the longer race pace, but the guys in front have got the much faster tyres. They blast down. Grosjean's under pressure from Lundgaard, and Lundgaard trying to go right round the outside. Being time as well. That's a brilliant move. Oh, take your breath away from Christian Lundgaard. Right round the outside of Romain Grosjean with a tremendous move. Brilliant.
I see that Palou's push to pass is updated.
Palou's push to pass updated, is it? What's it now on?
117.
117, great. So that 8 seconds that we saw right at the start of the race was an issue. I thought it was. I knew that couldn't be right.
Yeah, because it was very unusual.
What a go on for it to go down about 142 seconds on the first lap, yeah.
Especially since it had only been 120 seconds.
That's even better, yeah. So, right now, on lap 40 of 100, as the timing towers are updating. Now starting at starting at 40 of 100. Dixon's pulled out a 2.1 second lead to O'Ward as they hurtle down once again the start-finish straight. Big eyes though, Grosjean's dropped back, but a great move from Lundgaard on that previous lap around to put him in there. And now he's going to set off and battle Rahal and Power for 14th position. We're ride with Graham Rahal out of turn 3, down towards turn 4, down the back straight away as well, down the presidential gate. And a few little look-arounds past the complex buildings as well. One of them an accountancy building, one of them a lawyer building as well. That was Rossi being told, leaders 62 threes. Let's ride then with Graham Rahal on the team radio channel as well. We've opened him up now on the board. So if he says anything, we'll hear it. Newgarden and Kyle Kirkwood come into the pit lane. Now, that's very interesting as to why they've decided now is the best time to dive in. Whoa, and we're just getting the link back up with NBC. Welcome back to the NTT IndyCar Series Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. If you're watching with us on NBC, and if you're trackside, the conditions seem to be a little bit hotter than we were led to believe as well. A beautiful, sunny, clear day as Joseph Newgarden comes into the pit lane now, puts on a set of black primary tyres. A lot of fuel being put in there as well, and away he goes as well. And it's a clean stop, but it has dropped him down to at least 17th position. Does he come out ahead of Jimmy Johnson? I think he doesn't. No, it drops him way, way, way back. Newgarden on the screen. I can't even tell where he is. He hasn't filtered back in yet. Pagenaud and Rosenquist, the next two to come in. That's leaving Dixon and O'Ward clear at the front. They've only done 11 laps.
And they're doing simultaneous pit stops. Now it's only saying Pagenaud is pitting.
Well, keep an eye on the data control channel as well on the bottom of your screen here as well, as that'll tell you who's in the pit lane and who's not. Pagenaud pits, Rosenquist to pit lane as well. They just dived off there. You can see them in the pit box as Will Power now we're watching, who looking good. We did learn, however, that Alexander Rossi has no drinks bottle working. So he's having to do this race with no drinks bottle. He's doing a Raikkonen, yeah. Someone was asleep there pushing the number 7 graphic. We have Felix Rosenquist. He's in the pit lane now as well. Coming out on the track as well, Simon Pagenaud in the Maya Shank Racing Cyrus FX team as well, liveried car. Heads back out there onto the circuit as well. See the black bottom is Simon Pagenaud. The pink bottom is Helio Casneves. The livery sort of flip between each other. So it's quite nice to see. And Devlin Di Francesco, I think, is in the pit lane, and he is in the pit lane as well, which is good to see. Thought my graphics were glitching there for a second.
Along with Collett.
Yeah, along with Collett as well as they come through. And as they head back, so that was Devlin Di Francesco, the highest.
The car in front of you is looking after his tires.
That's Rahal, who we are trailing with, I think, on the back. As into the pits, I said, the 29, Devlin Di Francesco, the rookie, in the Honda as well for the Andretti Steinbrecher car.
Mix 4, when you can see it's mix 4.
And we're being told mix 4 as well for Graham Rahal as they head back out there. Good stop for Devlin Di Francesco, looking quite smooth. Dalton Kellett following him out as well. As hopefully as well you're reading the tweet deck and it's something alongside you as well, because we haven't had time actually to look at it yet. Let's take a tweet deck question. Enter name here. Trying to watch the Firestone Grand Prix. I've noticed only about 40% of the race is shown by itself, with the rest either being ads or having the race on mini player. Well, follow us here. You can get it all for free as well. Hey, what's happening on that first caution? It was David McCulkus who slammed the wall at the exit at turn 3, bounced across to the other side as well and broke the 2 front suspensions and was left in the middle of the track. He's okay. Car had to be recovered and then the wall had to be repaired. It was a miracle we didn't go to a red flag procedure and the race got kept underway, but at least that's one caution out of it. Well, that 45 of 100 of this Grand Prix. And it is, of course, the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg, the first race of the season, as the kids see as well. As we see, 3.4 seconds Dixon now has to O'Ward. And really as well, it's fastest lap for Scott Dixon. A 1:01.516 he set on the last lap. Dixon is improving massively at the moment on this board as we watch him now.
He's really going for that minute.
Started at P7, he didn't even get into the fast 6, and he had a great start and took the lead. Hopefully you saw the highlights of the fast 6 as well, and there wasn't just a long pause of the blue screen, but graphics glitched at the beginning, but we're okay now.
Power doesn't like the dirty air because he thinks it kills the tires.
Power doesn't like the dirty air because it thinks it kills the tyres. That's what Rahul's been told. And Rahul, I think, is ahead of Power, isn't he, still at the moment? No, Power's ahead of Rahul. So
is he investigating?
I don't know. There's 5 tenths between the two, so...
It's going to be detective.
Perfect. Right now, you're the leader on our strategy with a 20-second lead.
So that's VK being told that according to their team's data, he's the leader by 20 seconds. But that's, of course, not counting the fact that Dixon and O'Ward have to come into the pit lane at some point. So that he thinks of that net gap lead, he'll have the race, which is just enough, I think, for a pit stop and to come out ahead.
It is, if they're quick about it.
They've got to be really quick about it. That's the problem.
No mistakes.
On board with Scott McLaughlin, as he herds us down, running in P5 at the moment. Started this race on pole position with Will Power alongside him. And he's dropped back ever since that first caution. And he's looking quite quick as he head down the runway once again onto that beautiful, look at that beautiful sunny sky as well. Only a few little clouds in the air as well. Beautiful day in Florida. And hopefully everyone's enjoying a party atmosphere to start 2022 for IndyCar.
Tell you what, it's not looking good for Pagano.
It's not looking good for Pagano, is it?
Especially since he only has 48 push to pass left.
There's still some debris in the middle of the track there on the run down to turn 4. There's in fact a couple of bits. I'm surprised they haven't thrown a caution to recover it. Maybe next time there is one, they will throw out the caution for another accident. But so far it's looking good. Siltel asks as well on the board, do you think VK or Grosjean can win? I think Grosjean has a good shot at winning, but I personally will put my money on Scott McLaughlin now. And also, keep an eye on Colton Herter. Colton Herter's my picker winner, but he hasn't been doing that well today.
O'Ward pits.
And O'Ward dives into the pit lane. Okay, so O'Ward coming in. That's an interesting strategy call this early. We knew he had some time left, but I thought he would have at least tried to attack Dixon. Dixon, I think, with those tyres, it's a question of fuel rather than tyres are going to let him down because he's what, an hour, 1:01.354. In now, Pato O'Ward. On it goes a brand new set of black primary tyres. A few there on the front left had an issue. Looking that it was the fuel that was dictating this stop, not tyres. Is that a mixed set? Is that a red rear wall? No, it's a black.
I think it might be the reflection.
And I think Scott Dixon is coming into the pit lane on the next laps. Let's open up his radio. He's on it now. Here we go. Dixon pits. So race leader in. Venus VK will take the lead on the Grand Prix.
Here. Board's up for you. We got an open shot all the way in here with Tyler.
Open shot, you can hear. Here he is. You're with Dixon as he enters the pit lane. His team manager talks you in.
We don't push on the car. Okay, right down in your port, Scott. Right on the board.
Right on the board, into the pit stop we go. What type of tyres are you going to put on? And off go black. On go black wall tyres. Primaries, go on. New aero screen.
Good. Robbie will help you. You're going to kind of be in the shit here for a bit till these guys come, but we'll do our best here now.
Apologies.
You're doing a great job.
Apologies for the language there as Dixon heads back out. They're going to be deep in it, they say, as they head back out onto the track. VK leads the race at half distance.
I thought he just got out ahead.
Work on your outlap now. That's great.
I think he's got out ahead of Alex Palou, so that might have put Dixon to third place once the graphics
What colour
redo.
is Dixon's car?
Orange front, blue rear, as there's more drama. Sorry to cut across you there, Megan, as well.
VK's?
Kyle Kirkwood trying to have a battle. The rookie, he's in the middle, I think, with his own teammate, Tatiana Calderon. Is that right? On the screen, it is. The 11 of Calderon and the 14 of Kyle Kirkwood, the two teammates battling together.
Who's the pure blue?
First view, one if you want.
Alex Palou.
He's just ahead of him.
Oh, and now the inside. Kyle Kirkwood passes his teammate, Tatiana Calderon. She tries to get the cut back, but can't. Now she's under pressure from the back. I think of a lap traffic, because I think we're riding with Pato O'Ward, aren't we? Who's further ahead. So, Not sure what's happening there. I think Tatiana is on the same line. It's Felix Rosenquist we're riding with. So Rosenquist trying to get back on the back now. And Rosenquist on the inside turn 1 gets ahead of Tatiana, who holds it around the outside. She's desperately trying to hold on. But on older tyres, of course, Tatiana Calderon now falls further back for the AJ Freud Enterprises team.
She needs to pit, and so does a few other people, come to think of it, because especially, I'll tell you who does actually really, really need to pit.
VK, who does?
Rossi.
Rossi, yeah, he's losing time and positions. He's down now, isn't he? Further. It's 18th position. Has he been to the pit lane yet? No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. Yeah.
Once. I think when I came
He's on the alternate strategy, isn't he? Yeah, so that's what's costing him.
Daly goes in.
So Conor Daly dives in for Ed Carpenter Racing.
Halfway through the race.
Indeed. We're halfway there in race 1 of 17 for 2022. The Grand Prix of St. Petersburg under great conditions. Much easier commentating on the race live than having to do highlights. That's what I'm finding as well. Bar the fact that the major errors at the beginning of the race. It's a shame we can't go back and do it again. Do you know what I mean? Go back and recall the start of the race.
Yeah.
That should be a possibility. YouTube should allow you to re-record parts of your live stream.
They should.
Because honestly, I just go back and do it again. and splice it back in because the video broke up. It's all good now though, but it's
go to Prix now.
Just clicked over halfway. We've just done an hour of the race as well, but it shouldn't be a 2-hour race. It's only that long because we had a wall repair that caused the first caution. Daly has exited the pit lane as well as we're about to rejoin NBC, so we'll do the link up for those of you watching along in America. Welcome back to NBC. If you're watching in America, welcome back here to the YouTube channel.
He's on the other strategy.
I know many people put us on mute during the ad breaks if they want to go to the bathroom themselves, but it's always nice to let everybody know where we are on the broadcast for those of you in America who are watching along and like to sync up with us. It's lap 52 of 100. As you can see, we've just clicked over an hour. Apologies for no lap counter, but at least we've got the timings okay. Because, unfortunately, for some reason, the lap counter's not there this week. So I'll do my best to fix it for you going into the next couple of broadcasts.
Pits.
Yes, Kellett comes into the pit lane then. So he's down in 25th position anyway, so doesn't do it that big of a deal. VK leads the race if you're just rejoining us. 1.3 seconds ahead to Callum Ilott, the rookie. How can you call him a rookie? He did 3 races last year.
Yeah, he's not technically a rookie.
Portland, Laguna Seca, and into Long Beach. But this is his first full season.
I swear I've commentated on him before.
You have. At Laguna Seca and Long Beach. But this is Callum's first season in IndyCar at the Juncos Hoylica Racing. As we see now, we'll just watch the battle with the champion from last year, Alex Palou, in the full blue, as you put it. Cars off the NTT Dana number 10.
Yeah, full blue.
He's just circulating out on the circuit in P4 for Chip Ganassi Racing. I said yesterday they might not have much pace coming up, but they're finding the pace. Synthel saying as well, is IndyCar better to pit before or during a caution? F1 Shearman has answered that, I should say, and says it depends completely. You can either get lucky with a green flag stop or get lucky with a full course caution pit stop as well when the yellow comes out. It's just a matter of timing and depending on where on the racetrack. We're still green now, though, which is great news.
Kellett's been in there for a long time.
Yeah, he has, and I'm starting to think if Kellett's got a problem here. I mean, for AJ Freud Enterprises, the number 4.
He's been in there for a couple of laps.
Yeah, he's been in there 2 laps down now, and he's been in gap between 2 laps, so he's
now
lost
3.
in there. Yeah, this is not going well for Dalton Kellett.
Something tells me he's never leaving.
If he has retired or there's a bump with the car, hopefully maybe he stalled it, but let's have a radio actually. We can open up his team radio, can't we? I'm looking for number 4, aren't I? Oh, and my radio's just gone off on the iPad. That's always great news.
Obviously, the universe doesn't want us to listen.
Well, we're listening now on board with Dalton Kellett, so if there's anything that he can that is heard, we'll hear it as we see Jimmy Johnson, P12, at the moment, started 26th, highest in the race is where he is right now. He was last at one point, but this is looking good for Jimmy Johnson in the 48, the 7-time NASCAR Cup champion as well, trying his hand in IndyCar full season this year as well, including The Indianapolis 500 he's trying it as for as well. Not bad for what is admittedly a very, very old and successful racing driver. Even he said himself. But he feels like a kid again, trying to learn new machinery. Conor Daly, 24th at the moment, started 20th as well. He's just been in the pit lane, as you heard Megan say a couple of laps ago. He's starting to come back up through the field. But now Callum Ilott is within a second of Venus VK. The gap now 9/10 of a second. It's starting to close back up as well. The tensions begin to come in as well as car 4 is Command Blue eligible. Push to pass has been disabled. So that's the information that we're getting on the monitor.
Is that why he's in there for so long?
Yeah, I think the push to pass is
that's 4 laps now.
Not sure what's going on there, but Dalton Kellett with a definite problem.
He's definitely going to be last forever now.
Yeah, Dalton Kellett definitely with a problem then.
I just give
25th.
up.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he's out of the race as well as Dalton, as well as David Mclaughlin, who crashed out of the race.
Yeah.
Dalton Kellett is now 5 laps down on the field as well, so it's not looking great for him as we keep going. That was Devlin Di Francesco. Sorry to get a question there, Megan. He was closing up on Tatiana Calderon.
I just get out of the car, have a few bites to eat, and just watch the rest of the race.
Very much like Talladega Nights as well. During the pit stop, he gets out and goes and eats Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I'd love to do that.
Or was it a burger? I can't remember which one it was.
Might be both.
What a film, though, that was. Talladega Nights. We watched it last year as well. And it was fantastic because that's Devlin Di Francesco now finally making the move down at turn 1 on Tatiana Calderon and going through. Back now to the 21, Venus VK leading this race by just over a second to Callum Ilott as well. But Ilott, do not underestimate him as well. He was a fearsome racer in Formula 2. And he is right on the back now of having a big attack and trying to win his first IndyCar race. VK on the attack too, trying to hold it through. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We're hearing no radio as well from Dalton Kellett. So we're going to change to Callum Ilott in the 77, who's last on the board, but we've opened up his team radio. Devlin Di Francesco improved. He's passed up to 22nd position as he, as I said, passed Tatiana Calderon just a couple of laps ago. Lap 57 of 100 here for the Grand Prix of St. Pete. And now, the question is this going to be... Oh, hang on, 2 seconds. Side-by-side action here as well. That's Palou. Is it being passed around the outside? I can't quite tell. No, it should be Johnson. Johnson in the 48 getting absolutely mugged by Harvey. Castro Neves is going through as well. And now here comes Ericsson. He's gone through. And O'Ward's coming through. Ilott pits. Yeah.
We've got 2 good at the same time.
3, 2, 1.
And that's O'Ward diving to the inside of Jimmy Johnson and makes the move onto Tampa Bay.
Going in. Tires are going back on. We're probably going to be waiting on fuel. We're very empty here. We're very empty waiting on fuel. Go, 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 go.
That's a quick go for Ilott, and now the 2 Meyershank racing cars are together as well with Castro Neves and Pagenaud as they head down the straightaway once again. And meantime, this is looking fantastic manoeuvres as he dives bombs on the inside. Johnson takes the wide line, keeps it out, comes back in, nearly makes contact actually with Simon Pagenaud, but Castro Neves goes through, and now Pagenaud's right there with him. This is a great little run as the timing screen needs to update itself about where people are running in because it's all over the shop at the moment. As they run through lap 58 of 100. We've been racing for an hour and 7 minutes. And it's been quite an excellent couple of laps we've had here.
It has been.
Yes. Back we go. And usually, of course, beforehand, doing highlight. Oh, spinner, Tatiana Calderon down at turn 4. Gets going again. She just went off into the escape road, but at least she didn't crash, and at least as well, she didn't bring out a full course caution, which was great news.
Let's go to map 2, please. Map 2.
Synthel asks what would be better for VK. Caution. At this stage, a caution would be better for him.
But it's not better for Megan.
No, it's not better. Well, it might be. You got to go in for a bit.
I already have a set time. It'll mess up my time.
Got another 6 minutes and 23 seconds.
Yeah. Before my 15-minute break doing work, and I probably will shove a bit of tea into my mouth.
That's why I said full course caution would be better in 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, it better be in like 6 minutes.
Who's that
10 seconds.
Oh, no. Well, with this little battle we're having here, it could be all we know. Jimmy Johnson is holding a passionate Newgarden, Kirkwood and Rosenquist. And who's behind Rosenquist? Callum Eilert. Eilert's dropped to 21st position after running second for the majority of the race. Harvey and Casneves, fastest personal bests for them. Casneves did a 1:02.151, Harvey a 1:02.267, as you can see on the screen just below us here with the race control messages that flash up alongside our YouTube chat and alongside as well the tweet deck that will open up in a couple of moments' time. As Johnson's a bit under pressure here, Passiona's going for a lunge on the inside in towards turn number 1, late on the brakes, Johnson knows to go wide. Through goes Pagano. Johnson tries to get back 3 times and nearly whacked the back of Pagano. And now he's slow coming off for turn 3 and he's causing a train effect. As to the inside goes Newgarden, letting the brakes as well and diving through Carl Kirkwood as well. And now Bo Ward and Rosenquist. And here comes as well, just for good measure, Callum Eilert. Jamie Johnson gets shuffled back quicker than a joker in a set of 52s. Brilliant action.
Okay, that's 10 laps now.
5 cards done, nothing won. The sky's the limit. A lot of lockups as well down into Tampa Bay corner.
That's 10 laps now. Fat Kellett's been in there. I don't think he's ever leaving.
Yeah, Dalton Kellett, I think, is out of the race now for sure. Synthel says, poor Johnson. Absolutely. But he was improving. But he's...
I can't do anything.
That's Callum Eilert saying, I can't do anything.
Yeah, copy. I know you can do it, buddy. I know you can do it.
A lot of motivation there for Callum Eilert at the moment as we ride back through. And Scott McLaughlin is up to P2. Let's open up his team radio as he is closing in on the back of VK as we switch back to the leaders. And Alex Palou's coming there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes Herter. And there's Dalton Kellett. Let's have a pit radio.
See, I don't
Second
think
round,
he's ever leaving.
but just fell short. Recently called in ECU problems on that car. Came to pit road. They diagnosed gearbox issues on the 4. And he's had to
Just say
go
it.
back in the field. I don't believe he's heading back out.
Okay, so it's an ICU problem for Dalton Kellett. Don't think he's going back out. You heard the radio there to Scott McLaughlin. Vidas VK is coming into the pit lane this lap. So McLaughlin's going to take the lead. Now he's got to defend from Pagano. But the problem is it's green flag pit stops. How long is it going to take before there's a mistake going forward? Or even if a yellow comes out, this could affect him. As they come through, trying to have an attack. And this is getting tense.
Red 2, please. Red 1. Go ahead. Yep, red 1. That's fine.
So it's going to be a sticker red set for VK. As he's hitting the lap traffic, Megan, as well. As Tatiana Calderon comes into the pit lane and is severely holds up VK. And no,
we can do right now.
Tatiana got right in the way of Venus VK there, and it's not helped VK. He darted left and right to try and get past her. Tatiana blocked. That's not great racing there, Tatiana, and it's not great sportsmanship from VK either to try and pass her. She was going into the pit box. But it didn't have to be that slow coming in. VK. Lot of fuel, change of the front wing on terms of settings, and a brand new set of black compounds, and he still gets out ahead of Tatiana Calderon. Super stop for the 21 squad as well as they head back out onto the racetrack. For the Ed Carpenter Racing, it's advantage VK after pitting, but McLaughlin leads. He's 9/10 back. Oh, sorry, ahead of Alex Palou in P2. Will Power third. Power's past Herter. Is that true? Or has Herter dropped off on... Herter pits, that's why.
Come on now, that's a lap. Keep going here. Couple more laps for McLaughlin. As Herter dives into pit road, so he's the next one to have a go and see if this strategy is going to work out better. And Carpenter... Ed Carpenter Racing, of course, looking really good now for Venus VK. As into the pit lane comes the Gamebridge car of Colton Herter. Black tyres go off. It's a huge set of primary blacks going on the for Herter.
Wait.
Lot of fuel. And Dalton Kelly has returned to the track.
He's back out.
11 laps down. Yeah, 11 laps down. And here comes Herta back out onto the track.
Okay, Scotty, I want you in on this lap. I need you to pit on this lap.
And McLaughlin pits. Alex Palou takes the lead. Of the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. So what's going to happen now? As Will Power takes second, McLaughlin hits the pitch. You're hearing it live.
And Palou.
Okay, wide open up here.
Palou is first. That is
yeah,
an interesting one.
Here we go. On the box.
3, 2, 1.
And away they go on terms of changing the tyres. Sticker blacks this time around. So black primaries going on. A lot of change to the front wing. 2 changes each side.
Okay, I want overtaking everything. Max laps here. Max laps. Track is now.
So McLaughlin.
Rossi in the middle of 1. The 2 cars in tow with him.
McLaughlin's being told absolutely push on this lap. Maximum on the push to pass as well. Maximum on everything that they need to do in order to have a very fast outlap. They know that this could be crucial as the race leader pits. Alex Palou hits the pit lane, as does Graham Rahal. And Longard pits and Grosjean pits. They're all coming in. Sato pits as well. This is big for McLaughlin. Has he just put in a race overtaking position in the pit lane? Will Power takes the lead. But everybody, and I mean everybody, dives down pit road.
And I'm currently diving down into what looks.
Full overtake up the front. You're going to be Palou at the exit.
So you're going to be racing with Palou at the exit. Keep your heads on for the pit stops. Trust me, these are going to be mad as they come through. Palou changes over as well. Changes to black primary tyres. Away he goes. No chase to the front wing. Grosjean, Sato, Harvey in as well. Rossi, Kirkwood, Rahal, Longard. The rest of them coming in as well. Question is, has McLaughlin, who's racing at the end of the pit lane? He has! McLaughlin gets ahead. The undercut has worked for the Australian. Brilliant. So McLaughlin goes back through.
Will Power.
And Will Power pits. So now this is going to be a question.
Now we're going to go.
Yeah. C15. Right, here's the question. Can Power stay out there and keep the pressure on? What's going to happen? Castro Neves comes into the pit lane. Scott Dixon takes the lead of the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg on lap 66. Right, let's go check over then with TweetDeck as well and all the information that we're getting up here in the comms box from Twitter.
Okay, we've got 1 car in the pit lane cycling right now. I think we're okay.
That's McLaughlin. Power then, a lot of fuel, black primaries used, go on. Ericsson and Casheneves in the pit lane as well. The question is, can Power come out ahead of McLaughlin and Palou? There's Palou, and that means McLaughlin's ahead of him, which means that it hasn't worked out the way it needed to for Power. As Ericsson comes in as well, gets released into the path of Castro Neves, and it looks to be all okay. Not making contact. They kept that quite civil. Not bad at all. Synthel says as well, go VK. Who's ahead of VK? Do not have to pit anymore.
Red 4 when you can. Red 4 when you can. Still push as hard as you want.
They do have to stop again, I think, one more time. So there is another stop coming. VK was ahead of them before pitting. Yeah, so VK up to P5 for VK. Dixon, O'Ward, McLaughlin. McLaughlin with the net lead of the race, which is great to see. But Dixon and O'Ward have pitted before.
P3. Dixie's leading. We've got a 10-second lead on him right now.
This
10-second lead.
Was what happened in free practice 2, if you're watching NBC, where Alex Palou down at turn 4 went hard into the wall, broke the front suspension of the car, was checked at the medical centre, was deemed fit to race.
Yep. 7-5, please. 7-5.
So
we got to keep Palou behind us.
The state of play then, as you're hearing McLaughlin's radio, as Joseph Newgarden comes into the pit lane then in the number 2. Looking quite quick. Another black primary set of tyres, lot of fuel. That was a slow release. Very slow release.
Palou right now.
That was a slow release there from Newgarden. Doesn't keep him track position. I think it doesn't really matter. He's so far down in P17. He had it anyway over Marcus Ericsson. So now, this is what it means after those round of pit stops. So Simon Pagenaud pits from P6. Dixon and O'Ward pitted much earlier than the rest of the field. They are going to be hoping for a caution in the late stages of this race to benefit an earlier pit stop. But for McLaughlin down, it's looking incredibly good for them for a good race win on the cards. Dixon leads on lap 69 of 100, your top 5. Dixon, O'Ward, McLaughlin, Palou and VK. And NBC have gone for another ad break. You stay with us live here on YouTube for those of you listening in, for those of you at the track as well. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Remember the sun cream. And remember as well, stay hydrated and have a fantastic party later on after the end of this race as well. The Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Dixon still needs to pit, question mark. They all need still to pit. 30 laps on one set of tyres is not doable. They all have to stop again around about the lap 87 mark. So the question is, when is Dixon going to have the opportunity? As Conor Daly and Di Francesco comes in to the pit lane. And keeping on the tack there. Rosenquist, Conor Daly, as I said. And now Devlin Di Francesco. Black primaries for Rosenquist. A lot of fuel. And he stalled it and gets it going. He had to stop. He did not stall. I'll correct myself. He went to go, and then a car was right in the path, so he stopped. I think it was Daly as well. So it was not a stall. It looked like it was to begin with. His teammate Pato O'Ward running P2 is 13 seconds back from Scott Dixon. Dixon going maybe to get another championship. Wow, the gap to Dixon is huge, says Synthel.
Good
yes.
job. We're looking at around a 62.1 is what we need to get with the fuel mileage.
So that is a 1 minute 2 second lap. His last lap, McLaughlin.
A perfect lap there. Perfect lap. Just keep on giving me those right now.
Yeah, there you go. Last lap was for McLaughlin was a 102.284. So exactly bang on the money for Scott McLaughlin to have that attack now on the board. Dixon, O'Ward, McLaughlin, 1, 2, 3, and he's closing down. Devlin Di Francesco sort of in between that, just behind Dixon as well, but he's a couple of laps down on the board. 30 laps to go here for the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. We'll start ticking those down with you. Hopefully next time out, when this racing returns in May the 20th, I believe, we'll have a better action.
We've asked.
Round 2, the 20th of March, the IndyCar Grand Prix from Texas.
So we're P3. The two guys in front of you, we're covering right now. We're doing great.
Hopefully by then we'll have the graphic fixed.
That's a perfect lap. Perfect lap.
Perfect lap again. You're with McLaughlin's radio. You're listening live. Welcome back to viewers on NBC as the fans are having a happy party down there as well. I wish I could be with you, but I'm stuck in the commentary box some thousands of miles away. But we're watching the TV pictures nonetheless and relaying all the information that we need to. 29 laps to go. Dixon leads, 13 seconds to O'Ward. McLaughlin with Palou, VK top 5. Is Dixon going to come into the pit lane this lap? No, he's not, so he's going very strong. I guarantee you we'll see Dixon in the pit lane around about lap 85. And right now it's lap 73, so it's getting close. As you see the jet skis and the speed boats in the background as well. In Tampa Bay, having fun. I mean, it must be fantastic to go out there. Let's take a quick look at with you at the moment with the weather. If I can get hold of it, because I think there was a weather app somewhere. No, it's been replaced with Ways to Watch. That's always great news, isn't it? So I can't actually, unfortunately, give you what the weather's like out there. Well, yeah, I can't actually, because if the track temperature's not working up here in the comms box, so it's a bit of a disappointing news. Let's go through the field. Dixon leads the race with O'Ward second, McLaughlin third, starting position first, highest first, lowest 13th. As now, O'Ward, Pato Pato O'Ward, as you can see on your monitor, has gone red. Oh, and that's in the wall for Dalton Kellett. Kellett's in the wall, down at Tampa Bay corner. That's down at turn 10. Is that going to cause a caution? It's green at the moment. They're getting ready to maybe throw the 2 yellows. And he's got going again.
27 laps to go. 27 laps.
O'Ward in the pit lane could have got very, very lucky there, but he hasn't. Another set of blacks go on then for O'Ward. Dalton Kellett gets back out. He didn't stall it, but that was very close to being another caution. Right, black tyres go on now for Pato O'Ward. He was going down the pit lane, not exiting. 3 changes to the front wing end plates on both sides as you get going again. Mclaughlin to second place. And Dalton Kellett returns to the pit lane, probably to retire. I mean, he was 13 laps down from where he was anyway. So it's not going to do that much of a difference. But still, it's attack, 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 go, go, go mentality. And where's that dropped? O'Ward onto the board. Down to P8.
Okay, really good, Scotty. You're really good. Got to hit that number 7-7.
Yeah, P9 is actually where it's been dropped to on the monitors. And you see TweetDeck loading in then. Let's answer a question, actually. Alan Ellis as well says, Kellett able to get it refired and the race stays green as well. Lambert Racing says, yeah, Dalton Kellett spin as well. It's in a different language. Unfortunately, I can't read that completely. That's what comes, though, with hashtags Firestone Grand Prix and hashtag IndyCar. Yeah, Dalton Kellett from Jake Wilson does the unthinkable and doesn't stall the car. That was an incredible keepback.
No, we didn't get you all the way full on the first stop. We need 81.6 to get to the finish without a yellow.
So that's Colton Herter being told that they didn't fill him up to the top at the end of the last pit stop, and he needs an 86.1 to make it to the end.
Okay, just got to make this number now. That's all our deal is, and we got this race. 7-7. There you go.
That's Mclaughlin. 7-7 to make it to the end is looking good as well. So Mclaughlin might just win his first race. Kellett, no caution? Yep, no caution. As Dalton Kellett has again left the pit lane. He's left it in the battle here between the top 3.
Yeah, that was clear.
He's joined it between VK Power Herter and Palou. So that's going to really hold everybody up on the running order as they keep on flashing by. Dixon leads on lap 76 of the race. Now on lap 77 with 25 to go. Presume that would be lap 76 then, so maybe the graphics are working correctly. Who knows? It'll be fixed hopefully by next time out anyway. But this is a fantastic battle, a fantastic race we're experiencing here for the Firestone Grand Prix.
24 laps to go here, 24.
There's the countdown for Mclaughlin. And last to pit, lap 48 for Dixon. It's now lap 77. That is an incredibly long way to go.
Tell me to focus.
Tell me to focus.
Okay. We got 24 to go here. Need to focus. Just do the same laps. You're doing good.
So Mclaughlin was just on the radio saying there, tell me to focus. And his engineer told him to focus as well. Beautiful teamwork between them there as they race on. Will there be a late caution to this race? Is this going to end the way that Mclaughlin wants it with pole position the race win? It's the first track he's raced at 3 times. He did the last race here in 2019. No, sorry, he did the last race here in 2020 after COVID delayed it. He did the second race in 2021. And then in 2022, it's the first one he's hit 3 times.
We've got 22 laps to go here. You're doing great. 62 twos are fine.
62 twos, that's what he's doing. 102.425. He's being remarkably consistent, is Scott McLaughlin. He's keeping that pace. He's keeping that time. It's what we need him to do here. as the entire pit box is now desperately trying to work out exactly how much power is needed, how much pace is needed to get to the end of this race. It's unbelievable amount of calculations that is needed. Jimmy Johnson, 1:02.434. He's actually running up there with what McLaughlin's doing. So that's great for Jimmy Johnson in terms of time, that he can be consistently fast with these guys whilst saving fuel as well. So that's great for mentality, but now Jimmy Johnson needs to do qualifying better. That's where he's struggling. His race pace as well needs a bit of improving, but he'll get there. It's a whole different kettle of fish. Question is, will he even qualify for the 500 though? We'll have Texas in round 2.
In front of you, he's got a command blue if we get to him. Palu is 2 seconds behind us.
He'll also have Texas to work out what needs to be done, as Takuma Sato does a 1:02.002 as his personal best of the race so far. We've been green then for a long, long time, as there's 22 to go here at St. Petersburg. And now, also, Venus VK begins closing on willpower for P4, so the gaps are coming down, which is interesting. Dixon still... Dixon pits! I knew it! I knew it! I was just about to say, how long can Dixon go without coming into the pit lane? And that's it. He hasn't pitted since lap 30. It's now lap 79. He has to come in, and he's done it. Incredible stint there from Dixon. But now it's McLaughlin's time to shine. He's still got another pit to go. But they say on the radio he's okay to the end. A mammoth stint if that can be done. I was for sure convinced they'd have to do another lap. In we go, once again.
Okay, we're the leader of the race now. Leader of the race, 21 laps to go here. Fuel number hit, and then we're there.
And Dixon has a smooth stop. A lot of fuel got in there as well, 20 laps or so. A lot of black compound tyres. McLaughlin leads, Palu second, Power third, VK fourth, Herta fifth. And he comes out, actually, behind Grosjean. So that is now... that's Dixon dropping behind Longard. No, he's got ahead of Longard. So that's Dixon 8th. He's dropped behind Grosjean. So it's not updated on the timing screens. Not just yet, because it's still saying Dixon is the lead of the race. That will hopefully update ever so shortly as Scott McLaughlin leads. As now, this is Romain Grosjean. There you go. There's the lead change. On your monitors, Grosjean having a go and having an attack on Graham Rahal as they flash by into the hairpin. Okay. Turns 13 and 14.
To go.
And Grosjean's going for the attack now, really trying to push harder to get through on Rahal as they head down towards turn number 1. Tail gaining between each other. He goes for a late move, but he gets it covered off. Rahal defends the inside line tight. Grosjean will have to sink back together, get it going in the DHL Andretti, and head it back down into the turn 4 chicane sort of area of the circuit. Dixon, as I said, left the pit lane. You can see on the messages below here, up here, on the social screen. And 80 laps now complete, 20 to go. As this is the top 5, McLaughlin, Palu, Power, VK, Herta. Your top 5 as NBC go for a break.
Okay, now with Dixie pitting, Jimmy is eligible to stay there. We'll have to use a little overtake once we get to him to get rid of him.
So that's Jimmy Johnson on the that's Jimmy Johnson is ahead of Scott McLaughlin. McLaughlin's been told about that, so he's going to have to use that overtake. He's got 111 seconds left of that push to pass, so he can afford it to use it. Car 48 is not blue flag eligible. Push to pass has been re-enabled. Oh dear. So no blue flag for Jimmy Johnson just yet. McLaughlin's going to have to do this one purely on pace, as he's the next car ahead. Meantime, Grosjean in a battle. As you see, it's all stemming back from VK. In this little battle, VK, Herta, Rahal, Grosjean, Dixon, Lungard running from 4 to 9 as they all swing back through along the shoreline into Tampa Bay at turn 10 and back onto the harbour front.
Remember, it's your race to control here. You're still 2.3 in front of Palu.
Yeah, he is. 2.4. 0.05 the gap as they come back
we just
through.
Need to make sure we hit that number. Give me a little help there.
Last lap was a 1:01.989. McLaughlin going a little bit quicker. He needs to maintain the mid 102.4s, 102.5s if he wants to keep that fuel margin down and have a shot at winning his first ever IndyCar race. Grosjean bouncing between the walls now as well. Desperately trying to find some grip. But Herta and Rahal getting a bit tasty together through the chicane areas. Down at turns 4, 5, 6 and 7. Into 8 and then out at 9. Where a lot of action was in free practice 2 yesterday. And back on the back straightaway towards Tampa Bay, turn 10. Herta a little bit unstable there on the brakes into that part of the track.
Okay, great job here. Just focus. 17 laps to go. Good job.
That's the race leader radio with Scott McLaughlin that you're listening to. Great job. Just keep it up there is what they are saying. A little bit of a twitch from Grosjean nearly in the wall at the turn 14 part as you come onto the runway for the Albert Whitard Airport. As a beautiful skyline at the back of this amazing racetrack will rejoin NBC. Welcome back. If you're watching NBC and are syncing your coverage with our commentary, we have just under 17 laps to go here at the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. And it is Scott McLaughlin, the first racetrack he's visited for 3 times. He has taken pole position for the first time yesterday. And now he is controlling his way to take his first ever win in IndyCar.
Okay, you're pulling a little bit of gap on Palu here. 2.5 now.
That's McLaughlin's radio. The V8 supercar legend and champion numerous times. Bathurst 500 winner, Bathurst 1000 winner. Can now maybe in 16 laps time add IndyCar Grand Prix winner to that impressive resume. First pole yesterday after his previous best qualifying position of 5th. So he's doing a lot better. Can he get it? Can he take a win? It was denied him last year when he nearly won at Texas in race 2. But it's getting a bit close together now as Alex Palou, second at the moment, started 10th, did lead this race for a time, but he's closing in 2.4. Will Power runs in 3rd place. He started 2nd on the grid, dropped back with a terrible start. Did lead the race at one point.
If you do get a run on Jimmy, you can use overtake.
But
gotta make sure that happens when we do.
He's 5.3 seconds back, his Power. Venus VK running in 4th. He's 10 seconds back from McLaughlin. And he's falling back into the clutches of Herta, Rahal, Grosjean, Dixon, and Lundgaard.
Copy.
15 to go. As they are all just getting tense. Starting to feel the tyres going off. There's all the debris on the circuit as well. There's all the marbles, bits of carbon fibre from wheel-to-wheel contact. It's getting intense. You're getting hotter and hotter in the cockpit with the aero screen cooking you. It's like you've got your head in a goldfish bowl. Just one mistake could put you in the wall, bring out a caution, and then we were all pretty much going to be standing around waiting to see what happens next. McLaughlin's dropped his lead. Now, Palou closing in, 1.8 seconds between them.
Okay, 14 laps to go. We're doing fine. We still got over a 2 second on Palu.
It's getting close. Let's go to the YouTube chat. Hello to Adam. He says, hi Josh, glad you're enjoying the IndyCar race. Didn't enjoy the start of it with all the glitches that we had, but I'm certainly enjoying the end of it. As now Grosjean tries to go through on the inside. Grosjean defends from Dixon. Dixon's really trying to hold that through. Didn't work out. He's right at the back. So Grosjean had to go defensive, but he was trying to move on Rahal. It's all closing up. Synthel says, come on, I'd love a caution right about now. It could happen, it might not happen. Maybe it'll happen with these two. Grosjean and Dixon, 7th and 8th. Dixon's got a second wind with him now, and he's taking the rookie Lundgaard with him to try and attack on the back of the 28 of Grosjean. The man who we're all watching this year is Romain Grosjean. A big shot with the Andretti 28 squad. For so long, the car of Ryan Hunter-Reay. Can he hold on for P7? Can McLaughlin hold on? The gap is less than a second now. The gap is less than a second. Palou's closing in as Tatiana Caldron dives to the pit lane.
By 10.
Jimmy Johnson coming under pressure from lapped cars. And this is why Jimmy Johnson gets out of the way. He lets McLaughlin go through. And he also lets Palou go through. Palou's closed in to 7/10 of a second. McLaughlin got held up.
Hole here. Just back to the fuel safe now. Palou is our guy.
You heard on the radio, McLaughlin was told to attack the back of Jimmy Johnson, who wasn't being given the blue flags. But now he got held up so much, it's brought the race leaders together. 13 laps to go. McLaughlin leads by 6/10 of a second to Palou. The battle is raising up now as well. Alex Palou can smell a race win for Chip Ganassi, but Scott McLaughlin can smell his first ever IndyCar win. The tension is up. Push to pass left. McLaughlin has 96 seconds left. Palou has 83 seconds left as it currently stands as well.
Okay, 12 laps to go. I need a fuel code 80. 80.
The 80 call is a big, big call. McLaughlin still leads this race, but now, after being held up by Jimmy Johnson, who was being lapped, Palou has closed in just 6/10. The gap was 2.8. It's now 6/10 of a second. It's getting so close for our radio listeners at the track. Megan Burch rejoins the commentary.
A little bit late.
It's getting very exciting. You're in for the last 12 now. We've run caution free since caution 1. That's, a little over 60-odd laps we've run caution free.
There's something tells me we're not going to soon.
We almost had Dalton Kellett cause a caution. He spun down at turn 10, the Tampa Bay corner, but he got back out. Command blue flag for car 11. That's Tatiana Calderon, who's now been given the blue flag to get out of the way as McLaughlin holds off Palou. 7/10 between them. It's getting tense. Neither of them have used push to pass.
Ago, we just need good exits on the last corner.
Not on this, not for a while.
Time, we're going to be good here.
So that's McLaughlin.
Ooh, Tatiana certainly has the most left.
Yes, 131 laps she's got there. 131 seconds.
I wonder if she's saving it for the last bit.
You're listening as well. The radio we've got open is Scott McLaughlin's The Race Leaders, so we can have that winning moment across the line and hearing them cheer. Whoever is the winner will flick to them on the last lap because it's getting close. If these two start battling, though, Advantage will power. Only 3.8 seconds behind and has cleared the lapped traffic and is going to begin to close them down. But they're both fuel saving. They are both fuel saving. It's going to be very, very close. We're going to hear from McLaughlin as he comes across the line once again, as we've been hearing every lap. The engineer is just leaving him completely silent and only talking to him when he's down the start-finish straight towards turn 1. You'll hear in a second as they come out of 13 and 14 as Palou's 8/10 behind him.
Just like that. 10 more of them. I need 10 more laps just like that.
There you go. 10 more laps just like that. It's a 102.109. Palou a 102.169. So there's not much separating them on the lap times.
That is certainly a close call, and honestly, I did not expect Palou to get so far up.
Alex Palou started this race in P10. We all thought we'd written Chip Ganassi off with such a bad qualifying. Scott McLaughlin started this race in the lead, kept with some very interesting and very genius pit calls. Have kept this race alive. 10 to go here.
Yeah, they're in the top 11.
Yeah, Ericsson now closing up as well. Just sort of having a look at the battle. Look at that. VK and Herter, Rahal, Grosjean, Dixon, Lungard. That battle still brewing as well over the battle for 4th place as well. You can see the timing screens are still lighting up with that little battle to update you.
Okay, 9 more to go. You're maintaining perfect.
They are maintaining perfect. We've just clicked over 2 hours here on the YouTube channel as well, with over 200 viewers we've had so far today. Thanks everybody for watching in. Apologies for the glitches we had right at the start of the race, but it's all good now as well. It has been good since lap 3, to be fair. And at least you could hear us calling the start of the race, which I think is always the more important part than seeing it.
Yeah.
As well, because the commentary is the main part. And the timing data was still working, which is good.
Otherwise, you wouldn't know what the hell was going on.
Precisely. If it was just our mouths moving with no audio, then we'd have a problem. Unless
people could lip sync.
Yes. Reminder what's coming up here then on the YouTube channel. In 7 days' time, the MotoGP season starts again in Qatar. That's going to be another fantastic race as well in the desert. And then after that, the following weekend, we've got Formula 1 testing from Bahrain. All 3 days covered live here on the channel. And then the week after that, round 2 for MotoGP in Indonesia.
Okay,
round 2
more to go.
for IndyCar in Texas Motor Speedway, the XPEL 375, and the opener of the Formula 1 World Championship as well in Bahrain on the 20th of March. Week after that, we go over to the fantastic Saudi Arabia circuit, which gave us all that drama last year for round 2 of the season as well. So it is the mayhem month of March, where everything is coming up shortly as well. Got a race weekend in February for this one, but March kicking off with a race every single weekend and coverage as well. So do not leave the room. Gap now between them. Mclaughlin is 9/10. He's holding off Palou. It seems to me, the Megan, that Palou's just waiting for the laps to tick down and waiting as well in the wings, just comfortably staying within a second, and then he'll attack in the last couple of laps.
Yeah.
They're both on fuel saving at the moment.
Yeah, so that's...
Oh, there.
Okay,
That's
7 to go. Just keep hitting that exit, turn 9 and turn 13.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
we were told that was coming over the earphones, so I'll ask you that question again. Palou must be fuel saving, has to be.
Yeah, it's a good strategy, I think, to decide to fuel save. So, looks like Tatiana was waiting to...
Yeah. She's now used that to attack. She's down to 90. It's Colton Herta's under pressure for Graham Rahal. Rahal was getting a little bit too close for comfort into turn 1 as well. Just stays behind him, but late on the brakes, nearly running to the back.
The gap's 0.911.
Yeah, look at this. 911 on the board, 102.2 now as well. Reminder that the championship for IndyCar runs all the way from now until the middle of September. So we've got this wonderful championship back. And again, some great action coming your way. It's a lap 95. Sorry, lap 94. I think that's now actually live.
Okay, 6 to go. You've gapped him a little bit. Got to hit that number, 8-0.
Whoa! Pagenaud is down to 4. Push to pass.
Yeah, so Pagenaud's used all of his seconds now as well, as he's 1.6 behind Castro Neves.
Where did he use it? Where
Don't know.
the hell did he use it?
Must have just deployed on the back straight away.
Everyone else at least has 21.
Holds it together as Castro Neves sets a new fastest lap for himself. Personal best of 102.091. They're all being consistent, but look at that. McLaughlin's last lap, 101.947. That's not in the 102s he needs. It's a few tenths difference, but a few tenths could make the difference to crossing the line with fuel left and crossing the line with no fuel left.
And that isn't a very good idea.
Where's Palou going to strike? Is it going to be on the last lap of the race? He won't just settle for second.
Maybe
he's
the
within
second
it.
lap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, McLaughlin's coasting a little bit out of the last corner. Look at that. He gained 2 tenths on him at the
5
exit.
to go. That's 11 car up there. If you get there, she has to let you through.
That's Tatiana, who's now going to be in the lap traffic battle. And this could be perfect because she's going to have to get through the hat. She has been given the blue flag, but this could be perfect for Palou to get a slipstream. 0.6 of a second now with 5 to go here at St. Pete. And we are really starting to put the hammer down now. Can Scott McLaughlin go for his first ever win in IndyCar? Or will he go the way of the 2021 champion of Alex Palou? It's all to play for. And coming in now, is it too late for Will Power? He's starting to close the gap. 3.6 seconds now as he's in free air. He's closing down rapidly with 4.5 to go.
So it's looking okay also, just bringing in Castronovas. He's in 14th, which wasn't that the same place he was in practice 2?
Looking at it, yes, I want to say.
Either that or 12.
Castronovas 12.
4 to go.
So he's doing worse in practice 2.
And in practice 1, Castronovas was 11th.
Let you through.
And he was 17th in qualifying and the starting grid. 4 to go, gap 4 tenths. Palou's closing in. And there's Tatiana. She's getting in the way. She will get in the way. Tensions begin to rise now. Palou is holding to the back. It's Penske versus Chip Ganassi. And just 7 days ago, Penske won at the Daytona 500. Now, it could go the way that they win here, the first race of the season at St. Pete. But is it going to go that Palou could spoil the party for Chip Ganassi Racing?
I tell you what, it certainly is a lot of tension right now on the track from everyone, but especially Penske trying not to lose.
Herta and VK battling. Herta to fourth, VK down to fifth. Rahal, Grosjean, Dixon closing up. Lundgaard. And Tats.
The top six are different.
5-7.
Oh, no.
Tatiana gets out of the way, down to 0.3 of a second now as Palou gets in the slipstream, late on the brakes. Thought he's going to go for a move there into one. The game is on. 0.3, 3 laps to go. This is IndyCar racing. It's back after a long time away. We are really hitting the accelerator now. It's been a smooth season opener for IndyCar in terms of racing. Is it going to end with a classic last lap maneuver? We're about to find out. Palou still hasn't used his push to pass. Then again, neither Scott McLaughlin. McLaughlin's still on 93. Palou still on 83. They haven't used it yet. They're saving it until they need it. As Devlin and DiFrancesco, the next car to be lapped. Ericsson passes Lundgaard. So Ericsson up to 9th, Lundgaard down to 10th. We're closing down on the last few laps of this race.
This is going so fast I can't keep up.
It's closing down now. 2 to go.
2 laps to go. 2 laps to go here.
Penultimate lap.
5-5.
Everything's moving so fast. I'm just like, what's
High
happening?
five. That's the high five number. They've got it. This one. They can just keep calm. Scott McLaughlin, it may only be his second full season in IndyCar, but he is no stranger to the pressure he has of leading a race. He is a domination in the Australian Supercar Championship. He came over here in 2020, got held off for COVID, only raced in this race in St. Petersburg in the last round of the season in 2020, came into 2021, had some strong performances, comes into 2022. This is the first track he's raced out 3 times, and he's absolutely dominating it. As Palou gets close as well to the back, as Devlin and DiFrancesco will move over surely at the start-finish line.
Let's hope 3 times a charm still working.
It is 3 times.
Red one, go as hard as you want. Use overtake whatever you want.
And that's it. He's been given the signal.
1 more lap here.
White flag in the air.
And so with you.
Over to you, says the mechanics. White flag in the air. The last lap of the race. Devlin DiFrancesco with the blue flag is not getting out of the way. He's actually slow on turn 1. Alex Palou is going to have to go on the attack surely down towards turn 4. McLaughlin needs to get past as well. Devlin is actually racing. He's been given the blue flag. He's not getting out of the way. What is he doing? He's playing his own game, and Palou can't get through. Neither can McLaughlin. It's all kicking off.
Right, so Palou seems to be going steady, very slowly catching up. Well, I would say slowly. I say more like he's catching up every single time he goes round the corner.
It's closing. It's bigger. It's better than ever. It's going the way, surely, of Scott McLaughlin.
Good run off of 13 here.
A good one off of 13 might just do it. It's going to be very close to being. We all need to hold our breaths. He tries around the outside. It hasn't worked. For the first time,
whatever you got here.
Scott McLaughlin is an IndyCar winner and takes the checkered flag at St. Petersburg. You can hear what it means. The Australian Supercar legend becomes an American legend.
You went no hands there.
Not for sure if you make it back.
He doesn't even make sure he can get it back. The checkered flag is out. Scott McLaughlin
boys, thank you so
wins.
Much. Woo! Oh my God. I miss your mum and dad. Sam, my sister. I know you guys are watching at home. Alright, I'll leave you guys here.
What a race. What a debut for 2022. Scott McLaughlin, absolutely fantastic.
Oh my God, let's go back to the end.
Of course, he isn't the only one to win.
Nice job, Scott McLaughlin. Nice job. You're a freaking legend.
Scott McLaughlin, the New Zealander, the Australian Supercar legend, wins the first race of the season and his first ever race win.
Pit lane, if we can make it that far, come down pit lane. You go past everybody in pit lane to pit exit, and that's where the podium is.
Has to be told where the pit exit is. But well done to you, Megan, for getting your pick a winner right. You've got something right. I still haven't won a pick a winner this year.
You should have picked the same as me.
You can't believe it over the radio, but you've just
Why
won.
didn't you pick the same as me?
I was convinced about Herta. He had a shocker. And from what I've seen with Mclaughlin, I thought he would. But it turns out, Megan, you're not the curse. You're the saviour.
Oh my God,
He was
boys.
topping too.
Yeah. You're just listening over the radio there as well.
Did anyone else pick Scott McLaughlin?
I'm not sure, actually. I'll ask later on the show. But Megan wins Pick a Winner. Well done. Your first one on the Grid Network, and you've gone and won it.
Great job, Scotty. You're a winner of St.
It's like the
Petersburg,
Grand
bud.
National all over
Up on the
again.
wheel, man.
I'll never
Awesome
win
job.
again,
You did every
though.
single lap of that race, babe. Great job.
Yeah, it's like the
Okay,
Grand
go
National.
on and down pit lane all the way and pick up the podium down there.
I've always wanted to say this in commentary, so add it to the list of things I've been able to say this year. I don't think Scotty doesn't know where the podium is. Scotty doesn't know. Do tell Scotty, in this case. What a brilliant run. Scott McLaughlin. There's the captain, Roger Penske, watching on. Megan's about to disappear. We'll hear from the race winner, and then we'll go off air.
Ow, I just clicked my knee.
That's never good. Megan, what's your opinion on this race? And a good season opener for IndyCar?
It was a good...
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very good, and Scott McLaughlin's tyres are destroyed.
They absolutely are, aren't they? 100 laps. He had 76 seconds of push to pass left. On that last lap, Alex Palou went down from 83 to 13. He used 70 seconds worth of push to pass on that last lap. He must have been on it all the time.
Pagano doesn't have any.
Pagano's completely run out. So has Ray Hall as well.
And so
Ilott had one.
I can't say his name.
Devlin Di Francesco ran out. Daly ran out as well. It was
Tatiana
getting
still
close.
had 131.
Sorry, she didn't use it. 3 laps down. Scott McLaughlin climbs out of his Penske and wins the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Oh, and falls over. He falls out of the car onto his back. Ha ha! The adrenaline's running. He tripped on the aero screen and fell to the floor. Well, lucky he was wearing his crash helmet there, eh?
Otherwise, concussion.
I think he might have a few concussions tonight, and when he wakes up in the morning, he might be a bit concussed. The amount he'll drink tonight in terms of beer, vodka, scotch, you name it. Roger Penske makes sure, first of all, his driver's all right and gives him a big hug. Welcome to the list of winners in IndyCar. Welcome to the list of drivers who have won a race for Penske. Let's head down. Say bye-bye to Megan. Let's head down for the interview.
Bye-bye.
You told me a few weeks ago there were times in my rookie season where I questioned this move. Why did I leave Australia? Why did I come? But I knew I wanted to race against the best in the world. Is it all paid off right now?
Oh, this is... Oh, thank you to Roger Penske, everyone that put the... Oh, my butt's getting burnt. No, hang on. Oh, that hurt. On the exhaust. Yeah, Dex Imaging jumping on board, trusting me, and then Roger Penske and Tim Cedric giving me the opportunity to come here. I miss my mum and dad dearly and my family, but wish you guys were here. What a day. I'm out of breath, man. Hey, give me a sec.
I got to ask you about that last lap, though. Palou catching you. How hard did you have to fight behind the wheel?
Oh, man, it was crazy. Really struggled those last couple of laps just to keep my head and save the fuel and all that sort of stuff, but we did it. Chevy gave us the fuel mileage. Drivability this weekend has been a change, and to win at Dex Imaging's home race, it's unreal. Oh my God, I'm just... Love you, Australia, New Zealand, miss you guys. Thinking of everyone in the Queensland floods at the moment. But I can't believe it.
And exhausted, but very happy. Scott McLaughlin in victory lane as an IndyCar winner, Diff.
And there's no better feeling than being an IndyCar winner, I can assure you, because I've been told several times the feeling is pure joy. Okay, let's take a look then at the full results here as we come up to the screen. It's Scott McLaughlin who wins the first race of the season and his first ever NTT Data IndyCar race. Second in the race, Alex Palou. Another great race for him, but the line 0.509 at the line. Then we get Will Power third, Colton Herter fourth, Roman Grosjean is fifth, Venus VK P6, Graham Rahal seventh, Scott Dixon is eighth, ninth for Marcus Ericsson, 10th is Takuma Sato. Further down, it's Christian Lundgaard 11th, Pato Award 12th, Jack Harvey 13th, Helio Castroneves is in 14th position, Simon Pagenaud 15th, then it's Joseph Newgarden taking over position in P16 as well. Felix Rosenquist 17th. Kyle Kirkwood goes 18th. Callum Ilott 19th. Alexander Rossi 20th. Conor Daly 21st. Devlin G. Francesco 22nd. Jimmy Johnson finished 23rd. Tatiana Caldron, the last runner, was down in 24th position. Dalton Kellett was 38 laps down, but I think did complete the last lap actually, so he went to 25th. And David McCulcus is the only official retirement from that race after bringing out the first of the cautions. Go over to the YouTube chat quickly then. Seriously, did I just miss the whole race? Yes, but don't worry, you can rewind and take a look at it as well here on the YouTube channel. And don't worry, we know the first few laps were a bit glitchy. That's because of the YouTube data and the internet not working. The rest of the race ran okay, but what a way to start 2022 with an absolute mess up of the first opening lap, eh? Let's forget this one, but we'll come back stronger. Give you the coverage details then. As I said, next weekend we are back. Live coverage of the MotoGP season opener as well with watch along from Qatar. Is Marc Marquez really back up to full strength? Is it going to be another season versus Pepe Bagnaia and Francesco Quartararo? We're going to see as well Fabian Quartararo as well. And Francesco Bagnaia, so I'm getting confused already. So get ready, it's not even race one yet. Coming up the week after, we've got all 3 days of pre-season testing live for Formula One in Bahrain. That's going to be another fantastic 8 hours a day for 3 days. The week after, season opener for Formula One's Bahrain Grand Prix, round 2 of MotoGP from Indonesia, and round 2 of IndyCar on March the 20th as well, as we head for the XPEL 375 at Texas Motor Speedway. And the week after that, the last weekend of March, we've got the Formula One round 2. The Grand Prix of Saudi Arabia at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. But from here, right now, we are all done and dusted. It's been yet another fantastic race to kick off the season. St. Pete always delivers. Just one caution, actually, and the race completed in just under 1 hour and 54 minutes. Not bad at all. We've stayed on there, actually, I think, longer than NBC has. So that's a little tick in our box. From everyone at the circuit, hope you had a very, very enjoyable race there. And hopefully we'll see you again as we head to Texas next up. We'll see you next week for MotoGP. From us all here, though, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for sticking with us through the technical difficulties. It is Scott McLaughlin. On the first time he's visited a track 3 times, yes, 3 times, 2020, the last race, 2021 race 2, 2022 race 1, he has finally taken a win and leads the championship. Not bad for the Kiwi. His first win. Thanks for your coverage. Thanks for your company here tonight. Thanks for enjoying the coverage. We'll see you next week. From us all here, though, take care out there. Good night to you all.